Hello, friends. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay. It's slow to wake up. Oh, whoopsie. Ignore that. Ignore that. Good. There we go. Oh, almost. Okay, there we go. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Okay, before I start, I have to do this because I will forget. I need to shout out this morning to Judith/K. Judith, I am proud of you for jumping in the chat and saying hello. So welcome. And I'm going to call you Kay because I think that's what you told me that you go by. You guys, Kay is new. This is, I know it's her first time in the chat, and she's very new to all of the things that we do here on Saturday. And she reached out and we chatted via email a couple of times this week. Kay, I got your email, right? I looked at it right before we started. So welcome. Anyhow, as I was kind of emailing Kay earlier this week, and I was just talking to Nick about Kay's story because Kay has a very interesting story, not mine to tell. But it started me thinking, you guys, this group is pretty awesome, right? And when I say it's pretty awesome, I don't mean me, I mean you guys. There are a lot of you that are going through a lot of hard things, and life is hard. The last 2 years have proven to us that life is hard. And those of you that participate and hang out every week and kind of are lurking in the background, just know that you're important too. I don't often talk to you because I don't know that you're there. I talk to the people that are in the chat, but just know that when I am talking to everyone in the chat, I'm also talking to you, and that this is a place that you can come and hopefully get your mind off of things for a couple of hours, and just know that there are people here like you, whether it is that we all have something in common in that we like to get together and write things down and sometimes add some fun stickers and washi and things like that, or that we all are going through different things, right? We all go through different things in life, and even I do, even we do, right? And I always come on with a, bubbly, happy face because that's what I have to do, right? I can't come on here boo-hooing. Well, I could, but I don't. Boo-hooing, although every once in a while I do that, right? But so if you ever feel that you're alone, just know that you're not. Know that there are people here, and people, meaning me, that care about you, and we're just here to have a good time and take our mind off of things. So I just lost, that was weird. I'm not sure what happened there, but I just lost my view of our comments in your chat. So hang tight, because that's important to me to be able to see that. We know, because when I can't see that, it makes life hard. Yes, Tracy, List with Lael, our weekly therapy session. In fact, I know that I remember earlier this week, Colleen, who has been going through some very difficult times, posted in the Facebook group, the Lael by Mail Facebook group. She posted and said, just your art matters. And I thought that was really, really a really great post, because it does. What we do is art, you guys. Whether or not you think that you're an artist, you are. What we do is art, and we are memory keeping, and we're time capsuling, and we're doing all kinds of things. So I love that we can get lots of things out of our time here together every week. We get companionship and camaraderie, and we get some crafting in and all kinds of things like that. So hopefully you guys are getting that too. So let's see. I'm going to try to just look at some of the comments for a sec, because they're going fast. Hi, Raquel from Puerto Rico. Hola, my friend Raquel. And I know we have a number of Puerto Ricans that join us, but I think you guys mostly lurk, right? But anyhow, yes, I think, Raquel, that's how we met, maybe? I taught in Puerto Rico. Oh my gosh, I bet it was maybe 6 years ago, but oh my goodness, what an amazing country with even more amazing people. Their outlook for life, joie de vivre, is just amazing. I had the best time. So hi, Raquel. Let's see. Karen and Debbie, and yes, good. And Judith, I love that you're in there. Judith, I'm always probably going to call you Judith because I'll always see Judith, but it's Kay, I know. So Judith Burnett, Okay. All right, friends. So while you guys are chit-chatting away in the chat, which I love, Jessica, yes, from Wyoming, and Elise, Elise, I talked about Elise last week. Elise sent me an email this week with sharing some photos of us going way back in the day. I think back to the Scenic Route days when I worked for Scenic Route, which is, oh my gosh, forever and a day ago. But that was fun. I loved seeing those, Elise. Okay, friends, so we have lots of things to talk about today, and I know my eyes are totally off to the side because I'm still looking at the comments. Let's see, Amberly. Oh, it's here live. I love it. I love it when you guys can make it live, and I know not everyone can make it live, but I love it when you can make it live because it's just kind of extra special then. Okay, yeah, Judith says, call me Judith or call me Kay. That's that commercial way back then. You can call me Ray or you can call me Jay. I think it was a beer commercial or something. All right. Crazy Poppins from Rotterdam, Netherlands. Welcome. Okay, friends, so we have lots to talk about today. We have a little bit of housekeeping to cover to kind of kick us off. Before I do that, I had to jump right in or I knew I would forget because I knew I wanted to give Kay a shout out. So let's rewind, but not really rewind. We'll just pretend that we all hit the rewind button to the beginning. And I say, hello, everyone. Good morning. Happy Saturday. My name is Lael Konkar, so if we haven't met, hello. And when I say if we haven't met, I don't mean if we met in person. I mean if you are new here and you're like, who the heck is that blonde that gets really ditzy and squirrels all the time? That's me, Lael. We have been getting here every Saturday when I'm not traveling. Oh my gosh, we're going on 2 years. We're going on 2 years, start a pandemic. So that is one of the most amazing silver linings for me personally that has come out of all of this crazy pandemic is this that we do every Saturday in this wonderful kind of community that we all together have built. So welcome. If it is your first time, welcome. If this is your 100th time, welcome. If you come in and out, welcome, welcome. Those of you that are live, if you are not aware, there's a chat that takes place on the right-hand side of the screen. And that is, as I kind of respond to people, that is what I'm responding to, that chat. So feel free, if you'd like, just to pop in and say hello. I promise you no one bites. Nick tells me, Nick's my husband, when he's not skiing or golfing on a Saturday, or going to the grocery store, which he did last Saturday. Well, he does that all the time, but he will tell me, everyone's always really nice in the chat. So obviously I get little peeks and views into the chat because most of the time I'm talking and working and not reading. Yes, so no one bites. If you are a longtime chatter, love having you chat because that's part of what makes this group, I think what makes the group so fun. And I love that you guys interact with each other and ask how people are doing and based on what they talked about last week and all of that. I have a website. It is laelbymail.com. So as we are working, I will use lots of different products as I'm putting together my lists. Sometimes I carry the products that I'm working with on my website. Other times I have just given you links to where you can find them. Oh my gosh, you guys, so super crazy busy week, here at the Lael by Mail headquarters, AKA our house, AKA me, and sometimes a helper or two. So Nick was home, my husband was home all week this week, working from home because, let's see, last Sunday, so a week ago tomorrow, Sam, our younger son, and his girlfriend came over for dinner. And Sam called me on Monday morning. Mom, I woke up really sick. You know where this is headed, right? Yeah. Mom, I woke up really sick. I don't feel well. I said, do not go to work and go get a test. And so, of course, he tested positive. And he's doing great. He feels, well, I shouldn't say he feels great. He feels like he has a really bad cold. So luckily for him, he did not get a horrible version. His girlfriend also has it, which is, I guess, been nice for them because they've been hanging out together all week. Otherwise, well, he still says they're bored of tears, but Nick's been home all week. Well, Nick's been home most of the week. He, Monday morning, went out of town before we knew, he left early before we knew what was going on with Sam. So he went out of town to a business meeting. And anyhow, he was double exposed because exposed from Sam, also ended up being exposed at the business meeting. So anyhow, we've been home all week. Well, I'm always home all week, but Nick's been working from home all week. We both got tested. We both got our test results back last night because, you know, sometimes your mind starts playing tricks on you and you start thinking, am I getting a call? Is my throat sore? And, you know, we were just playing off each other. We both got tested and test came back negative. So that's good. So anyhow, Nick and I went late into the nights, have been super busy this week getting all the orders out. And those are, we now have all of the 2022 year in review Traveler's Notebook Kit orders out. They all are shipped as of yesterday. So unless you placed an order like in the last 2 days, then those will pick up later today. Anyhow, we'll finish those orders later today. So with that going on, and then because I don't sleep, I also launched the Listing with Lael workbook, and I'll talk about that in a sec. But let's get to a little fun part. I need to do the winner from last week. So every week I do a giveaway, at least one giveaway, because I like to share and it's fun. And you guys also like to share because sometimes you guys send me things for the giveaways and I give those away. And that was an example of this last week. Jackie Brennan had accidentally purchased over the course of her purchasing a number of different products from the Color Study collection twice. So she sent me a nice little thank you note and then popped some of those things in the mail. So that was last week's giveaway, and the winner of that is Dawn Milbratz. So the way that you participate in those giveaways, congratulations, Dawn. The way that you participate in the giveaways is I ask you to leave a comment on the video when it's over. So not in the chat, comment on the video when it's over. And you can leave any comment, but generally I say, hey, tell me one of the things that would be on your list today. If you were listing with us, even if you're not, what would be one of the things on your list? So with that said, this week I decided to do 3 giveaways because 3 is always better than 1, right? Okay, yesterday, if you did not know, was National Squirrel Appreciation Day. And that's a big day in our world here, you guys, right? If you didn't know, our little mascot is this guy, Scatter the Squirrel. There's a really funny story about how this guy came to be. I won't go over that right now because it's a little bit longer, but this is our mascot. And my friend Andy, who designs my stamps for me, she drew our little mascot for us. So that's Scatter the Squirrel. Because yesterday was National Squirrel Appreciation Day, well, I thought it only fitting that we have one of our giveaways is a little scatter bundle. So there is a little cotton bag with scatter on it. And in that bag will be the Scattered Thoughts stamp set. Also that cute little vinyl sticker. And a little scatter pin. And then the scatter washi tape. So that is one of the giveaways for today, friends. Okay, hang on one sec. While I'm off here to the side, I need to grab a quick Kleenex. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. So this is funny. As I was going out the door, I have lots of squirrel things because you guys are always so fun. This is hanging from my door. Lots of fun squirrel things because you guys are always so thoughtful and sending me fun little squirrel things. My friend Vicky sent me that. That's a little finger puppet. Anyhow, here's another one. Lots of squirrel things. Okay, so that is our first prize for the in honor of National Squirrel Appreciation Day yesterday. And because Andy's so awesome and she's the one that designed all those products for me, then Andy also actually, I shouldn't say Andy also has a bag. I should say Lael has a bag that looks like Andy's because this was all her idea she started it. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I need that too. So in Andy's bag, one of the Listic clip stamps. Look at this. That is her little guy. That is Sloopy. And that is a little sloth. That is a patch. And a little sticker. All right, so that's the second giveaway. And for the giveaways, just again, leave a comment on the video once it's over. Let me check out the chat for a minute. Ooh, Scatter Fall Collection of Papers. Oh my gosh, I know, Karen. So here's the deal. I have lots of things in the works. Lots of things. Oh, Also part of this, how could I forget this? Pip the Clip. You guys remember this guy that I showed a couple of weeks ago? Pip the Clip. That Pip the Clip, it is a pin. It's an enamel pin. So that enamel pin will also go with that prize. But if you missed out on those, there's still some. And those are free with purchase when you buy one of the Andy branded stamps. Okay. Now, this is the third prize. So I'm going to hold it up and then I'll flip the camera and we'll kind of look at it a little bit more. But let me look at the chat real quick. Hi, Belinda, hopping in to say hi. And Belinda and Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Michelle says she hasn't been live in a while. Glad you were able to make it live. Okay, so guess what, Kay? Kay said, so hoping my kit was sent out with everyone else's. Actually, yours is all boxed and ready to go. I will be running a couple things to the post office today. So I will also get your order that you put in last night. I will get both of those together and send it off. So you won't have to wait too long. I know the clip is so cute. Okay. Okay, guys. Yes. Are you coming in to say hello? You're coming in to say hi? Okay, goodbye. That's my skinny husband who this morning, how many, Nick? 34 pounds lost, which is amazing. We're working on it. Okay, you guys know I digress, and that is the whole point of our little scatter and the scatter mascot, because I'm always going in different directions. Third prize. This is super exciting. The workbook, right? That's 90-page workbook. So I'm going to flip the camera and we'll take a quick look at that and then we'll get started with our listing. Does that sound good? Okay, let's flip. We're flipping. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you know men, right? You know men, I swear. I've been hovering around about 25 pounds now. I don't know, for probably 6 weeks. I go up a few, go down a few, go down a few more, then up a few. So, but men, that's a whole other story, isn't it? When it comes to weight loss, it's just like literally melting off of him. Okay. I had a little bit more coffee. Hopefully he's seeing that. He's seeing that you guys are all, Teresa. Okay. Teresa just said you were going to ski better, 34 pounds lighter. You know what? I think last weekend when he went backcountry skiing, he came home and he's like, oh my gosh, I can't even believe how much easier it is, right? Anything we do, it's like put a backpack on and put that extra weight in your backpack and you're like, holy cow, that's kind of hard. Oh, I think we're going to try a little bit today without the lights because, you know, menopause. Okay. And thank you guys. Thank you. Those of you are saying that, yes, 25. Yeah, I feel good. We're getting there though. Linda, so true. Linda said it's easier to put on your socks. It is. When you bend over and there's not as much fluff around your middle, it's a lot easier to put on the socks, isn't it? Okay. So the workbook, you guys, the workbook was not planned. You guys, this is all of you. This is all you guys. Because I never would have even thought of doing this. What I thought of doing was I made my own workbook to start with back in October because I had been basically reinventing the wheel every week. I would sit down and I had a little spiral notebook and I have to capture the same information every week when I was getting us ready to list, right? And so I was recreating every week and I'm like, this is crazy. I had one notebook for that. I had our lists of lists in a whole bunch of different places. Oh wait, Ariana, bye Lael. You've got to go to your pre-op appointment for surgery this Tuesday. Well, Ariana, just know that we will all be thinking about you, okay? And keep me posted. And if you can jump on, I don't know what you're having done, and if you can send an email or let somebody know, let me know, then I can share next week how you're doing. Ariana is our wonderful young 14-year-old lister that joins us from time to time, which I love. Okay, so Petra, yes, there is a PDF version of the workbook that is available on my website as well as the printed version. So anyhow, was that my phone? No. This is what we've been using. What's going on here? I'm a little bit, my little holes are a little bit off here. Okay, there we go. This is what I've been using every week since October. And you guys see me working this, and I have my sketches for my lists, and I have all of that stuff. There are different sections. So I have sections for our list ideas. I have sections for where I've sketched out double page layouts, single page layouts. I have notes section, anyhow. So enough of you said, hey, where can we get that? We would really like that. I came up with a slightly modified version of that. And it is as of, I think, Thursday? Yes, as of Thursday, the printed version is available. And as of yesterday, the PDF version is also available. So PDF version is basically the same. Well, anyhow, there's a PDF version. You'll see if you go look what's part of that. It is bound with a metal, so metal rings bound. There is a clear acrylic cover to help kind of protect. I printed this, but printed this with something in mind. On mine, I didn't do that on mine when I first did it. So I just decorated mine. So you have enough white space around the edge. If you wanted to decorate that, you could. And then you start moving into sections. In between each section, you have a piece of blank cardstock. Here you could decorate, you could write on. What I have done to separate my sections in my personal book, I have just run a strip of washi along both sides. And that's how I can visually see when I am moving to another section in the book. So you have a blank page. And then you have the first section, you have 30 single pages. So everything is double-sided. So you have enough for more than a year if you want to basically do what I have been doing, where you have the list, you're making notes of the products that you want to use, you're drawing your sketches. So you have enough of those for a full year. And then in between each section, you have that cardstock. You have 5 pages, double-sided, of list ideas. You then move into your double page kind of ideas, sketches, what have you. Really, if you wanted, if you're like super awesome and wanted to get out your little printer, you could even have little printed photos of ideas if you wanted there. So then you move into single page list ideas. Then you moved into some sketch pages for different title ideas, bullet ideas, and then a note section in the back. And then a nice kind of black linen cardstock cover on the back. So that is linked, you guys, in the description of the video below. I forgot to link this morning the PDF version, but you can find that from there pretty easily. Okay, so that is the third prize for today. All 3 of those prizes that we talked about, I will draw those next Saturday morning, and I will do that by going to the comments section of this video. So not in the chat, but in the comments. Okay, let's see. Linda May, I thought about you this week when we were packing your order. Linda May also lives in Utah, and I just love Linda May's name. Linda May, that's her first and last name, but I like Linda May. That just sounds like a really cool first name, Linda May. So I noticed your name. Okay, Jesse. Hi, Jesse. I got your email. I'll fix the stickers. All right, friends. I have missed a ton. Okay. All right, let me think where we are. I need more coffee. Okay, so let's take a look at our lists from last week. Oh, I need one more. I know I need to say one more thing. And I always try to remember to say this, but I know sometimes I forget. You guys, the chat goes by so fast. And if I am like talking and concentrating on something, I try not to let my eyes wander over to the chat because I completely lose my train of thought and then I get all scawampus. So if I miss your comment, if I do not say hello specifically to you, please know that is not you. That is completely me. I just didn't see your comment. So you can always feel free, especially once I flip the camera, it gets a little bit easier because then I can work and kind of glance up. If it was something that you would like me to respond to. Sometimes if you reply or put your comment in again, your chat, and then put it in all uppercase, sometimes I will see it. There's also some of you that have been around a really long time, and sometimes you guys will answer it for me, so I love that. Christine, if we order the PDF, how will we get it? I will send you a link to a folder, and that folder has lots of different things in it. Everything is PDF for you to download and then print if you'd like, or whatever you need to do with it. So if you go find that, if you go to my website and search for Listing with Lael workbook, you'll see the two options, the actual printed version and the PDF version. The PDF version in the description of that fully explains everything that you get with that. But yes, I just email you a link. LV Crafts, first time here, can't wait to check this out. I love planning. So LV Crafts, just know the first little while, well, here we are into a half an hour. There's a lot of chit chat. We have a lot of fun. There's a lot of chit chat. Okay. Belinda is going to be here all day, not in the chat, so she's listening. Okay, good. Okay, here we go, friends. So after we get all of our little housekeeping items out of the way, I like to take a quick look at our lists from the prior week, and then we'll move into this week's listing. So let's see what we did. Oh, last week, gosh, you guys, last week was fun. I mean, they're all fun, but I don't know. Last week, things were just clicking for me. Sometimes I struggle, right? We get on the struggle bus, and it's like the doors are locked and the windows are locked, and we cannot get off the struggle bus. Last week, it was good. So the first two lists that we did, the first one was 2021 trends, and we had lots of fun with this one. We used my new library card stamp, right? So we stamped our own library card with on pattern paper, and then we created a pocket using a photo flip. So this little guy actually just slides right into that pocket, which is kind of fun because with that pocket, I'm able to have my list on both sides, but it's clear, so we can still read part of our list. And we used Good Stuff, the Good Stuff collection for both of those. So 2021 trends, that was our first list. Second list, things I'd like to forget, right? Things I'd like to forget about 2021. Now I have to tell you guys something. Those of you that were here last week, remember how I was looking all over the place for this one? I think it was Tattered Rose that I was looking for to go right there and right there. And I entirely cleaned up my crafting room when we were done, and I still couldn't find it. And I'm like, what the heck? So then I started putting, well, as I was cleaning up, I was putting away my other inks. And guess where this was? Exactly where it should have been. I put it away exactly where it should have been. So for some reason, when I looked, when you guys were with me, I didn't see it. So I do still have to go back and stamp those two things. So things I'd like to forget. There were lots of things on that list, right? Okay, so our next one. Oh, this one. I think today I'm going to go put this on social media, and I'll put it in the group too. This one just had so much fun with. This was a 2-page spread with kind of a third of a page, kind of worked right in the middle there. So that one was really easy to do. It looks far more fancy and complicated than it really was. All we did was I used a ruler to draw a line on, just pretend like this was it. I drew a line right there and then used my scissors to cut it. So we had a little kind of half page, and then just used die cuts, lots of die cuts to kind of line that page and hang off the page a little bit. What I loved so much about this one, you guys, there were a number of you that this week in the Facebook group shared, as you guys were working with me, you shared your version of this, and it was so cool. One of the things I saw, and I can't remember if it was one of you or multiples of you that did this, you took, so this was kind of an afterthought, right? As we were working, I put this on the back side. But some of you were smart. Before you started adding your die cuts to this page, you actually took a piece of pattern paper and put it down first. So that was kind of fun too. Anyway, this one was things I learned in 2021. And I enjoyed, a lot of you chose that as, I think that's probably because it's what I asked you. What to add to the comment on the video. Tell me something that you learned. And it was fascinating. So interesting to read all the things that you guys learned during 2021. Okay, so we are now ready for, we're now ready for our first list of today. So I am to the point where I'm getting to the end of my insert, right? So this is what happens when we get to the end of our insert, especially when we do something like this that causes a lot more bulk. There is always a lot more bulk on the left side, right, than there is the right side. So when I get to the end, in a lot of cases, I will create my list off the page, if you will. So I'll build the entire list off the page, and then I will go ahead and adhere that entire list to the page. So let's see about that. Let's look at, so I've been kind of doing this recap of 2021, and I did the exact same thing at the end of last year. So we did our about last year, we did 2021 trends, things I'd like to forget, things I learned in 2021. So I have kind of two more lists that are primed for this space because it's still kind of wrapping up 2021. The first one is 2021 in numbers. So we did a 2020 in numbers last year. Let's see. I have like 8 of these out, and I probably don't have the one out. These are a bunch of my finished traveler's notebooks that I pulled out. Hang on, because I thought I had it, just so we can see, you can see what that one looked like. All right, it is in the other room. So I'm going to leave you guys for one moment. Hang tight. Okay, I have it. All right, here we go. This was last year's 2020 in numbers. Let's see, hold on, Terry just said something. Terry said, Lael, did you see all the posts of our group's take on the What I Learned pages? I love when people post their pages, great inspiration. Yes, absolutely. What Terry is talking about, if you're not aware, there is a Lael by Mail Facebook group. So there's a Lael by Mail page on Facebook, and there's also a private Facebook group. I don't know, there's maybe 2,000 of us in there. If you would like to join the Facebook group, it's private, so all you have to do is request to join, and then I will say, of course. But one of the neatest things about the group, well, there's lots of neat things about the group, but one of the things I love the most is when you guys pop in and share your lists. And what Terry's talking about, a number of you, yes, shared your take on this list. And it's fun because some of you use similar product that I'm using. Others use entirely different product. And it's really neat to kind of see the base outline-ish for a list and then see how everyone does their take on it. So I love it when you guys share in the group. Okay, I've missed all kinds of things. Okay. Although I think we have someone new. Yes, Trisha Minikin. I know we have more than one new. But I just happened to see a couple people saying, welcome, Trisha. So welcome, Trisha. All right. 2020 in numbers. This was my list from last year. And I took the same kind of prompts or same items that I documented last year. And I looked those up this morning, and I will do my list upon that. So let's go ahead and get that ready. Now, this is a one-page list. So that's always a little bit of a challenge, isn't it? When we have a one-page list, because normally what I would do if I had a one-page list, actually, I think what I'll do, I will still do this. I have enough pages still left in my insert for at least the next week. So I'll do one of my one-page lists in the next week over on one of these sides. So I'm not going to worry about that. I will work on my list today on this side. Let me just let me see if I can grab a big clip to try to help hold that other side open, just so it's not in our way. All right, there we go. That'll make life a little bit easier. All right, so 2021 in numbers. And I think what I'm going to do, last year, I had pulled out just a bunch of different alphabet stickers. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm basically going to scrap lift myself. I am going to kind of follow that same format that I did last year for my list because that works, right? This one, there won't be necessarily a lot of decorating going on it. Well, the decorating is kind of the numbers, right? So this is a great way to pull out stickers from your sticker stash. So let's just say something like that. Pull out stickers from your sticker stash. Sometimes your stickers, this is where I have all my tall stickers. Sometimes your stickers start to get, well, not even so much because I use these a lot, but after a while, your stickers start to have not too many letters and numbers in them, right? This is a great a great way to use up some of your stickers that you've had around for a while, because here I'm just using, some different numbers. So I know I want to use, let me put this back though, because if I don't get these back in their color order, then later I'll be looking for them and I'll be like, oh my gosh, that's a problem because I can't find it. All right, I know again, I want to use, let me think here. I will use, let's find one of our die cuts or stickers from Good Stuff. I have been using the heck out of the Good Stuff collection, you guys. I just love it so much. What would be, is there one in here that works? I heart pizza. Yeah. Who doesn't love pizza? I love pizza. All right, although it's not these days. Not these days. I mean, I always love it, just not so much eating it, right? Let's see what we want to do. I want to have a little bit of decoration. I know I'm going to need something kind of to go right there to help fill in a little bit of that blank space. So let's see what we have. Oh, well, this one, keep it real. How about that one? That's great. Keep it real, because really, this is real, right? These are the numbers. So let's just go ahead right now and put that right in this spot because we think it'll be about there. Keep it real. That will help me a little bit with my color palette, although I'll stray from that for sure. Okay. I need to go to the eye doctor. I don't know, you guys, my progressives are awesome. I don't know, has it been maybe 9 months? It took some getting used to, but now I'm noticing the bottom part of the prescription. I don't know, it might need to be a little bit stronger. So I am going to turn on the lights because that could be part of it, that I'm having a hard time seeing because of the light. All right. Tina, yes, I am live. I am live. Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. Was there another one? Familia 1999. Was there another one in there that said the whole story? Because that would have been a really good one too, right? Let's do that. Let's see if we can fix it. Let's see if we can fix it. I think, because the whole story is perfect, right? When I say if we can fix it, I mean, can I lift that sticker off? Oh, yeah. Very gently. This is where my lack of patience, I really have to make myself go slow. Yay! All right, the whole story. We're switching it up. That's great. Isn't that funny how you can look at something and you don't see? You don't see. And then I can use keep it real for something else. All right, you guys loved the Good Stuff collection. I think it's about as much as I do. This has been a top seller. All right, so now we need numbers. Well, if I wanted to play it easy, let's look. Well, I know we'll for sure do a black. You know what black I need? Let's go to the Simple Stories Color Vibe stickers. Nope, not that one. I know I want the basics one because I want to do that numbers in black, and then I'll pull in lots of color after that. So there we go. If you're not familiar with the Simple Stories Color Vibe Alpha sticker books, there are 12 sticker sheets, and generally, then this is the one that's called Basics. So there are 6 different colors, and you have 2 sticker sheets for each color, and then there are 3 alphas. That's probably an easier one to see. So large, medium, and then the little squares. Okay, so let's go back to the black on this, and I think I will use the big ones. Grab out my handy dandy ruler and my reverse script tweezers. Terry said, will you be bringing in Crafty from Simple Stories? Yes, I have all of the new Simple Stories collections on order. Some of them I will be making project kits with. Some of them are worked into our Traveler's Notebook kits for the next couple of months. Others are worked into different like mini book kits and things like that. So yes, I have all of them on order. Okay, so I use my ruler for 2 different things when I'm working with alphabet stickers. The first one is I use that to line up my my stickers, right? Because I want to make sure that everything is straight. Now I'm working with a lined insert, and I most of the time work with a lined insert, but just because I'm working with a lined insert doesn't mean they're going to be straight. Also doesn't mean that I always want them to line up on the line. Sometimes they line up in the middle of a line. So this is a way that I can, number one, keep them straight. And you can see I have just a little tiny bit of the sticker on the bottom or on the ruler, and the rest is hanging off the edge. So then it's really easy for me to apply the entire word to my page. I like to use my tweezers, because it's a lot easier for me to place them and see what I'm doing as opposed to my little fat fingers being in the way. Jesse, Lael, are you working on a Fernwood album still? Yes, I am. Okay. Supply chain issues, you guys. We all hopefully know about it. And they are still happening. I literally just last week got the last product. They are the Fernwood thickers for the Fernwood project. So they were an integral part of the kit, part of the project. And so I couldn't even start designing until I had those. So those are here. I will be working on that this weekend. So actually next week, so the week of the 24th, I will have 2 new mini book project kits listed for pre-order. One is with Fernwood. Vicky's one of Vicky's collections, newer collections. And then the other one is with Market Square, Maggie Holmes, her newest collection. Now they both have new collections that haven't released yet, but yes. So those will both come out for pre-order this coming week, and they'll probably both ship mid-February. All right, so, numbers. Whoops, I need the S. Let's grab that S. Yeah, the ruler's awesome. I mean, it's just one of those little tools that I don't know. Anytime I'm working with alpha stickers, I always use it. You guys that have been around a while. Always, always, always. All right, so there's numbers. Now I need to leave a little bit of room because I want to say 2020 or 2021 in numbers. The other thing that I use my ruler for, even when I'm using lines, right? When I'm using lines, it's really easy to make sure things are lined up if I want them to be on the line. What's a little bit harder is to get your title or your word centered. So when I put my stickers on the ruler like that, then I can easily move that around. Do I want it to be right justified? Do I want it to be left justified? Do I want it to be down here? Well, that could kind of be fun. That would be totally different. You know what? Why not? Let's make it different. That's totally different. But that is one of the benefits of putting your title on a ruler. You can move it around to see where you want it to go. And in this case, I'm going to put this one right here. I know it's kind of different, right? We'll get out of our comfort. We'll get out of my comfort zone. How about that? And then make sure you can still see what I'm doing. I press down on those stickers. So now they're partially on the insert, they're partially on my ruler. And all I have to do is this, gently peel the sticker off of the ruler. Oopsie. That one got a little bit of an air bubble in it. So let me just go back in and move that. All right, there we go. 2020, now I need to add the 2021. And what if we do, I know what we'll do. How about this? We have, because it's that Good Stuff sticker book, we have alphas that look just like that. And I bet on that sheet, yep, there are also numbers. All right. 2021. I think I can do this maybe right here. Let's just see. And I'll do the same thing on my ruler, since I'm not quite sure, because it might go up here. I don't really know. So let's just get them on the ruler so we can see. 2, 0, 2, and a 1. Now, what I realized as I'm doing this is we're talking about numbers. If I was smart last year, I would have had somewhere like the links that I used to find these things, because I had to search and search and search again this year. And then I don't exactly know if I'm comparing apples to apples or apples to oranges based on my source of the information. So did I do that this morning and write down or make note of where I found the information? No, but it would have been a good thought, right? Maybe we'll just do this. I think I'm going to put it up here. I'm going to put it up here, and the reason I'm going to put it up here, I'm going to find something that will fit right here. This little space right there is really bugging the heck out of me because it's like this big blank space. And I would have liked it if it was all the way over here, but it's not. So I am going to put this up here. Let me see. Actually, in this case, I don't want them on here because I can't see where my bottom is. I couldn't see. I had a place that I needed to end. All right, this is a very stark page so far. It needs a lot of color in it, doesn't it? We'll add it. All right, 2021, the whole story. So now let's we'll look at this. We'll also look at our puppy stickers from the Good Stuff, because I think we'll have something that will work. Little. So we could put one of these little guys, our little smiley. That would be good. That fills that space really well. There we go. All right. So now let's get our numbers going. I need to think about something for a minute because I have lots of room here now. I have loads of room. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to come back to this guy, and I might put something else up right here. And I might as well we could probably use the one that we were going to use before. Keep it real. Okay, we'll put this here. See, there's just a lot of space up there. So I think also what I'll do is I will maybe draw a little partial line here to separate, pencil. to start. Because if I do a little bit of writing up here and then make my list down here. But with that, I want to have a little bit more blank space. Now we're using a ruler how a ruler is meant to be used, right? So I think if we do this like that, and then I'll do some writing there and then start my numbers down here. I think I will like that. So let's go ahead and now commit to that. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to write up there yet, but I'll figure that out later. This is the kind of thing, I think it's fun to go from year to year and look at similar things or the same type of information. Also fun you could do this every month. So maybe you want to keep track of expenses. So maybe you want to look at how much was the grocery bill this month? How much was mortgage or rent? Or how much were you putting towards savings? Or how much were you spending on gas? Or that kind of time capsule type list that we're doing, you can look at it and do a list in whatever frequency like that you want. So that could be kind of another way to do a different take on this. Let's look at, we need a little pop of color down here. What may work? This is an old rainbow washi that I have. I am working on a really fun new rainbow washi. So I'm working on lots of things this year, friends. Lots and lots and lots, but they're all coming in time. So I think we'll do that there, and that just adds a little bit more color. All right, now we're ready for our list. So the first one was average cost of a new house. Now, this is one of those that that number could be so different based on what you're looking at. It could be where you live. It could be what city you live in, what state you live in, what country you live in. Obviously, new houses can be really any square footage. So this is kind of an arbitrary one, right? All right. So when I looked at this one, I think I tried to find something that was fairly close to the same source as last year. And this one said 374,900. So last year that was 320,000. I don't know about where you guys are and how that falls into where you are. But that in Utah, our housing market this year went through the roof, and actually, I think last year it had grown quite a bit too, but really, really, really went through the roof. All right, I need a light pink. Let's see what we can find here. If I have a light pink, that might work. Let's try this one. So this was, what did I say on my list? 374.9. So let's say 375. 370. Debbie's Therapy, for sure where you live, Bay Area, crazy, yes. So I think this is not a Utah. I think this was like a national median, price. So that factors in, small town USA, and then that factors in San Francisco, and then it comes up, I guess, with a median or mode or average, or I don't know. Karen could tell us that one. No, 375. We'll do a little K for a K for 1,000. 375K. And then right here, I will write average cost of a new house. Now, don't quote me on any of these, right? If you'd like to do your own research, you are more than welcome to do your own research. I know some of you were like, oh my gosh, that's outrageous. Some of you were like, oh my gosh, I can't even rent an apartment for that for a year, right? I mean, that's probably a little bit of an exaggeration, but in some areas, not much. Okay, so next, average income. So this was another one that's really hard. I think what I realized after I looked this morning, that average income last year, I had 68,703. I think what I learned, I think that's average, not average, like median household income, not income. So I'm just going to call it income and that'll be what it is. So let's, I think, well, might as well just go with the same thing we did last time. Let's go with the green. And this would be like this. Average income. Oh, what did I see on my list? Too many things going on. 71,846. Oh, this is exciting while I'm pulling off those little letters. Sam, who is our youngest son, he is working as and going to school to be an electrician. And he has been doing that, I don't know, about a year and a half. He called yesterday. He was so excited. He just got a $2 an hour raise, which was like a 11% raise, because I'm all about the numbers. No, I don't mean that. I'm all about the percentages, because I think percentages are really important to look at. So I'm like, Sam, did you realize that is almost a, I don't know, like 11% increase? And I'm like, you don't, that's a lot. That is not normal. That is not normal that, you would get people would get an 11% increase. And he's like, oh yeah. And anyhow, we had quite the discussion, but he was very excited. So very proud of him. I could hear it in his voice. I think that was a nice, for him, a nice boost, mentally, after being home all week, stuck with the virus. This is funny though, you guys. So let me just add this little guy. I mean, that the virus isn't funny, but this is what is funny. So this was average income. I was trying to figure out where I was going to put this. I guess we'll just do this. Average. Oh, well, I'm just going to call it income again, even though it's really probably not. I think that's like the median household something or other. I need to move these real quick because they are, I've got that extra space there. All right, so while I'm moving these, let me tell you. So if you missed at the beginning, I had said that our youngest son, Sam, came down with the virus. We all know what virus that is. Tested positive on Monday evening. His girlfriend also tested positive. No surprise there, right? So they both, and the first thing I said to him, the first thing I said is, oh my gosh, you feel okay? Second thing was go get tested. Third thing when he tested positive was, you cannot go anywhere. You can't go anywhere. You have to stay home. I mean, this is really important. This is serious. And he said, I know. So they have been, what is it? Quarantining, whatever, together for part of the time. And so he called probably Wednesday night and he's like, oh my gosh, we're so bored. We're so bored. We don't know what to do. I'm like, have you watched this on Netflix? Have you done this? What about a game? What about a puzzle? And he goes, Mom, we need an activity. Bring us an activity. And I'm like, activity like what? Paint by numbers? And I was totally kidding. He's like, paint by numbers. Yes. So I said, well, go on Amazon and find a paint by numbers that you want and send it to me and I'll get it. So took it to him yesterday about 5 o'clock. It's a 16 by 20 paint by number. He texted last night at 11:30. They had it done. And it turned out really cool. But he's like, Mom, did you know it doesn't come with a frame? And I'm like, yeah, yes, sweetheart. I know they don't come with frames. Yeah. And so he's like, well, I need a frame because now they want to frame it. So that was fun. And yes, Joe, Ozark is back. Nick and I binged watched 3 episodes last night. 3, 1, 2, 3. Yes, love Ozark. All right, next up, average new car cost. That also went up. I think a lot of things went up. So average new car cost. Let's do, I liked what I did last time, so might as well do it again. Let's do the yellow. Glenda, in New Zealand, the average is $850,000 for a new home. Isn't that interesting? It's just different places. It's crazy. It is crazy, that's for sure. All right, let's get a yellow. What about, oh yes, this one. This one is, what did I say, 45,000. So these are, oh, I love these. I love this font, Florence. I love the Florence font. All right. This one is 45,000. So new car again, right? New car. If you are looking at a, oh, I saw a very interesting, what was it? On Stephen Colbert or something like that this week, talking about that I think in 2021, there were more Rolls Royces sold than any year in history, which I thought was very interesting. But so clearly, if we're talking the higher end cars, that is not quite the case. But also, the higher end cars balance out the lower end cars, right? So I have lots of room. So we'll just do those 3 zeros, those 3 O's. 450. I mean, 450. 45,000. Not 450,000. I think that's more the cost of a Rolls Royce. Although there was one they were talking about that's like the entry level. Oh no, maybe that was a Bentley. I don't know. Entry level. That's the entry level is, if you're really on a budget, 450,000, which is insane for a car, right? Yes. So, well, right here, this is average new car cost. Okay. After We Well. Karen, what is After We Well? I don't know what that is. Came out on Netflix. Oh, and Saving Hope. I don't know what that is either. Oh, Diane, knock on wood. Diane said she was around 3 people last week that tested positive. I know. So, right. Okay, so let's keep going. That was our new car cost. So next up is, oh, movie ticket. Now this is interesting because I haven't been to a movie. I mean, we were never, well, I shouldn't say never. I mean, years ago, years ago, I was going to say it was even a cheap night when you're like newly married, but even back then, not really. A cheap date night is what I meant to say. But we're not real big moviegoers, especially with the pandemic. Yeah, I've not gone to a movie in the last 2 years and don't plan to anytime soon. But average cost of a movie ticket. This is another one of those. This varies greatly where you are in the country. Also, I've learned, varies greatly by the theater chain. So this one was, oh, not much, $9.60, 16 cents. The reason for that, probably not a huge increase, is probably because not a lot of people are, I don't know, I shouldn't say that. I think not a lot of people are movie going these days. And that could be because of, actually we'll use that one next. That could be because of the pandemic. And then I think too, for a long time, they weren't releasing a lot of movies in theaters, right? All right, so $9.16. So average went up a little bit. I don't even know. I think the last time I went to a movie, probably 3 years ago, I don't even think it was $9. Let's see. Karen, it's a part of the Afterbook series. I don't know what that is. I don't know. All right. $9. And this is also a time to have fun, you guys, with all your different fonts, if you have lots of alphabet stickers or number stickers. Because it's fun to mix and match. And mix and match the colors, too. Aha. So, I do not have a 1. I had 2 1s on the sticker sheet, and they are gone. I've used them. So what I can do is, we'll just use one of the lowercase L's. And if I didn't have a lowercase L to use, I would start to get creative. I could cut a B to get that. I could cut a D. I could cut an E, an H. So sometimes if we have to be creative, if we're missing a number or a letter, right? Get out your little scissors and figure out how you can make another number or letter work. Like the easiest one for that is obviously a 6. If you turn a 6 upside down, that becomes a 9 and vice versa. 916. I love those little numbers. I think that font's super cute. That is Teensy Type. Everything, all the alpha stickers, other than the simple stories that I've used so far, are Doodlebug and Bella Boulevard, and those are on my site. Let's see, 916 movie ticket. Oh, the other one. Oh my gosh, the other one that has started up again recently. This Is Us, right? This Is Us. Last season, they're starting to tie it all together. Love This Is Us. All right, monthly rent. This one I think I don't know. Well, it's just going to be what it is. Again, last year, 1,468. I don't know what I was looking at. I don't know, was that a 3-bedroom, a 4-bedroom, a 1-bedroom in San Francisco? Was that a flat in London? Was it a closet in New York City? I have no idea. So what I found this time was 1164, and I also have no reference for that either. I'm not a very good statistician. So that's just what that's what I'm going with. I'm going with $1,164 with tangerine. $1,164. No idea. No idea. There may be other things that you guys have on your kind of by the numbers list. So if you are doing a list similar to, if you're doing a similar list, how about that? If you have things that you have on your list, different kind of prompts other than the ones I'm doing, share them with us because it would be interesting to know. 1,164. This is average rent, but I don't really know. Average rent. Okay. Next up, we have, gas. Okay, gas. This is an interesting one, right? Oh, Tracy. Tracy said last year I included the cost for a state university tuition. Very good. Scrappy Lisa, I'm sorry you can't sleep, but I love it that you came to hang out with us at 5 a.m. Okay. Oh, Colleen said the last movie she saw in a theater was in October. The cost was $21 because it was IMAX. The movie was Dune, so it was well worth it. I bet. Sometimes, yeah, if you're going to do it, you do it, right? You got to do it right. Do it right. You got to do it right. Yeah. All right. Average rent. Oh, gas. Gallon of gas. So I should clarify, this is a gallon because I live in the U.S., and that is what that's how we measure our gas as opposed to liter. So liter is less than a gallon. No, that's a kilogram and a pound. Oh, I know, 3.5 to a gallon. A third? Is a liter about a third of a gallon? I don't remember. While we're talking liquids, let's take a quick hydration break. I'm gonna have a sip of coffee. And someone can tell us which, how many liters in a gallon? Hey, Google, how many liters in a gallon?
1 liquid gallon is equal to 3.785 liters.
3.785 liters, courtesy of Google. Yeah. So you know what? I think Tracy, it's 2.2 kilograms to a pound. I think that's where the 2.2 comes in. Google said 3.7. Yep, exactly. Okay. Karen, a liter is half a 2 liter. There we go. Yes, that is true. That is true. All right, gas. We were talking about gas. Gas. $3.35 a gallon. Now, this also depends on where you are in the world, what the cost is. If you are in California, I know it is way more than that. Boy, gas went up way high in 2021. Last year was $2.60 a gallon. That's what I found for the average. So this one is $3.35, and we will pull in some red here. We will pull in some red. And this is what I'm pulling out of. If you're wondering, you just see me going off to the side. That's where I have all of my tall alphabet stickers. And I have them organized by the rainbow, Roy G. Biv. So red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, because that's how when I'm looking for stickers, I'm always looking by color as opposed by font. We've talked a little bit about before let's see, so 335. We've talked about a little bit before organizing your supplies. That's always a hot topic. That was a topic of conversation earlier this week in the Facebook group, and I actually popped in and linked to some of the tools that I use to store some of my supplies. But I also always include that in the description of the video down below because there's always questions about that. I will at some point do a video. It's on my list. 335. Oh, I hope I have enough of these to do this. Yes, a video showing how I store lots of my supplies because that's always a hot topic. I would say the things that I am using now, I've probably been using, I don't know, maybe 3 years. I know some of us, we organize and keep searching and searching and searching and searching and don't quite find the thing that we want. Okay, I don't have enough T's. So, 3. All right, we're going to go a little bit rogue here. Since I should have checked first, I don't have enough of my little T's of those, so I will go like this. We'll do 3 like that, and then we'll do a 3-5. I was talking about organizing things. 3.35. Average, gallon of gas. Okay, next up, this one up. Postage stamp, which goes up every year, right? Oh boy. I had we'll come to Jesus with the post office today. This week. Oh, you guys, post office. So, 58 cents. Post office. My business relies on the post office, right? Very much relies on the post office because the majority of orders I send out are shipped within the United States, some Canada, some all over the world, but mostly it's using the post office, our USPS post office. And they are struggling a bit, like many industries. They are have a worker shortage. And when our regular postman is working, he's awesome. He has even given me his cell phone. He's given me his cell phone number. And he offered, I did not ask, because I tend to have problems when he's not working. Problems meaning that no one is picking up my packages. I go online pretty much every day, the night before, and schedule a pickup. And I put everything out on my front porch, and sometimes you can't walk off my front porch, but I put everything on my front porch, and the mailman comes and picks it up. And that's not special to me. That's a service that the post office, really anyone, if you had something that you needed to mail, as long as it had the postage on it, you could put it on your front porch and schedule a pickup, and the mailman would come, theoretically. However, when he's not working, then things are all over the board. And that started with last Saturday. Last Saturday, I had an entire porch full. And he doesn't work on Saturday. No one came. So when you have an entire porch full, then you have to pull everything off of the porch, right? If you figure out the end of the day, they're not coming. So then scheduled another one for Monday. And all of everything back out on the porch again, along with lots more. Didn't show up. Hadn't shown up by about 3 o'clock. I was getting nervous again. So I called the post office. May I speak with a supervisor? Supervisor's outside. Can I help you? Yes. Pick up. Oh, I will make sure someone comes. 5:45 at night. No one has come. And I am just so upset because, hello, they didn't come Saturday. Oh, they didn't come today. And people are waiting on their stickers. My customers want their stickers, right? Anyhow, I know, first world problems. However, So I go down to the post office and there's far too many to put in my car. So I go down to the post office, talk with the supervisor, and it's not the first time I've had to do this. And she said, I'm so sorry. I don't know what to tell you. Do you know who you talked to? I said, no. I wish they had told us at 5. I said, me too. And she said, I will make sure someone comes tomorrow. And I'm like, so I'm really SOL. And she said, yeah. And I was nice. I did not yell. I'm old enough in my life to know that yelling never gets you anywhere. So I try to be nice. I was nice. And I said, okay, I'll put them out again tomorrow. 8 o'clock that night, there's a knock on my door. And I open the door and it's a man dressed in a mail carrier with the mail truck. And he said, I'm sorry to bother you, but do you have some packages for us to pick up? And I'm like, oh my gosh. So that paid off me being nice. Anyhow, I don't even know. Oh, I know. We were talking about stamp, cost of a stamp. Yes. So, I'm always nice. It never pays to get angry, but I was very frustrated this week. Okay. Postage stamp. Postage stamp, that goes up every year, right? We're up to 58 cents. And I think that was in 2021. So I think maybe it's still going up. The last one I had in my list was COVID cases in the US. Now, oh, I said the word. I try not to say that word. Number of virus cases in the US that start with the C. So this one I had a little bit of a difficult time with because you can find lots of numbers, but when you look, it's hard to know if those are the entire number of cases that have been reported since the pandemic started, if it was in the particular year, if it's that particular year plus all of January. So anyhow, it said 71 million. And I don't know if, I don't know what even reference that is. So I'm also kind of a little bit out of room, so I will not put anything there. We'll just kind of leave that one off since I don't really know what it is. Now I have some work to do up here. So I think what I will do is I will have us, I'm going to put one more sticker, and then I will have us move on. And then I'll add my little, whatever I'm going to write there later. I'll talk about, comparing and how it depends on the different part of the country you're in and all of that. But I think what I will add up here is one of two things. Let's get these out of the way. And we're going back to the Good Stuff sticker book, and I'm looking for the word strip stickers. So we have some word strip stickers here. Well, remember this would work. I can use that maybe somewhere else. Let's see. Oh, random facts. That is something. These are random facts. Status update. Oh, I think I like status update. So let's do this. Oh, crazy but true. That could work as well. There's lots that could work on here. This Good Stuff collection, I think one of the reasons I like it so much, I love the color palette. I love a lot of the little icons, but it's also just one of those good generic everyday that work for a lot of things. So if this goes right here, we'll put this right here just because I have a little bit of white space. We'll put status update right there. But then I still want one more sticker to go up here. But now that I've used a color one of these, I know that's not what I'm looking for. Word strip stickers. If you are new to Lail, word strip stickers, probably my favorite thing out there. And I have many of them. I use many of them. And I also carry many of them in my store because I think they're the greatest thing. Sometimes you just need a little something like that. Just need a little something down there. A word strip sticker. When you feel like you have something that needs a little something, word strip sticker is the answer. Always the answer. These are some of my word strip stickers. So I think, numbers are in there too. All right, let's look at small talk. I think we want to look at maybe small talk snarky. Oh, did we go over this last time? Snarky, there we go. All right. Two different, well, there's quite a few different ones. From Tim Holtz, this one's snarky. This one is not snarky. So if we look at snarky, and I think we might want, let's see if we can find one first. The way these are organized, 8 sheets, 4 white, and then all the exact sentiments are repeated, but then in the black. So we might need I don't know. I think what I will do, I think I will find what I want to use. Well, I'm looking now maybe for a label sticker. Okay, so our label sticker options are not vast in Good Stuff. So I think what we'll do is now go to a generic. Yeah, okay. Let's grab our label stickers. Because I also use, I love label stickers. I love, love, love using labels. Sometimes, again, you need just a little pop of color or something. So let's see. These are Pretty Little Studio. And these are not stickers, they are die cuts. And I have lots of these on my website. Well, they're die cuts, they're little punch outs. So let's look at this one. All right, so I think maybe if we have this, let's see, if this goes over here, I like them to kind of bleed off the page a little bit. So if that goes there, I don't know, maybe we should find what we want to put on it first. How about that? Let's look and see. If we're using the white, then, I don't know, let's see. All right, let's see. There's so many of these are funny. I wish more people were fluent in silence. I'd like to announce I have no idea what I'm doing. Yes, that feels like the case a lot, doesn't it? Please cancel my subscription to your issues. This is my cup of care. Oh, look, it's empty. Oh, I'm sorry. And by sorry, I mean get over it. Oh, so these might be a little bit too, keep it real, said no one ever. No one cares. These are probably a little bit too snarky for my list today. So let's look at some of these. Look on the bright side. Well, that would work, right? If we put look on the bright side here, let's just grab our little tweezers, which I did not put away where they belong. There we go. Hi, Susie. Nice to see you. I just saw people say hi, Susie, so I knew you were here. All right, keep it real. Look on the bright side. What if this went here? And then I just have a little bit of, yeah, this, we're going to make this quite full. Look on the bright side. And then this we will adhere. Where? Oh, there it is. I'm using a glue pen here instead of my tape runner, just because it will be easier because it's a little bit of a smaller space. All right, look on the bright side. There we go. So now I don't have to write as much, right? I filled up part of that space. Off the side it goes. All right, then this afternoon when we're done, I'll kind of fill that in and then I'll post it later. All right, so there's our first list. There is our first list. All righty, did any of those surprise you guys? Any surprises there in terms of cost of things? Realizing that those are kind of arbitrary numbers that may or may not be where you are. Hi, Betty. Okay. Let's now put the things away. So this goes, oh, here we go. This is how I store all of my collections when they are brand new. I know I need something from here. Oh, actually, need to leave this out for one more list. And then we'll talk about that in a sec. All right, let me just get some things put away here. Our second list is, oh yes, things I'm focusing on in 2022. All right, so I said before, this is blank right now. I will come back and add a different single page list here when we list again. So we'll put something there. Or it may just end up being blank. If it's blank, I wouldn't leave it blank. In fact, maybe we should just look at this right now real quick. Because I'm getting to the point where I am the very tail end of my insert. So if I didn't want to have two singles next to each other, I could come in. Oh, well, that could go there, right? I could do that. Maybe we'll just do that. Let's look. Oh, nope. There we go. That's the no-brainer right here, right now, because that is what's going on. So we're now turning this into a 2-pager. And I just pulled that. That's a 6x8 paper out of the Good Stuff 6x8 paper pad. Now it's obviously too wide. The height is perfect, and this is why I like to use 6x8 pads anytime I'm working in my traveler's notebook, because the height is perfect. The insert size that I use, these are called standard wide. This one just gets dirty, so once I'm done with them, I'll recover, but they get dirty from working on your work surface, so that's the last thing I do is then recover when I'm done. But inserts that I use are called standard wide. So standard is 8.25 by 4.33. So this is a standard. And then as I lay that on top of a standard wide, you can see the difference. Standard, same height, both are 8.25. Standard is 4.33 wide, standard wide is 5 wide. And I prefer to use the standard wide because that just gives me more room to work. Going back to my 6x8 pad. So because this is 8 and this is 8.25, it's like perfectly sized because I just get a little bit of a white border all the way around. But it's too wide, so I need to trim that. And I want that to be 4 3/4. And I say 4 3/4 because that would give me the same space left to right as I have top to bottom when I add it. So 4 3/4, and it is 6. So if I take off, you guys we did this last week and I laughed and laughed and laughed. Wait, no, I don't want to do that. If I take off 1/2 inch from both sides to start. Karen, don't laugh. So that takes me to 5. All right. So now if I need it to 3/4, I'll go 2 little marks, 2 little marks, and then 2 little marks. Yep. That gets me to 4 3/4. That's the scientific way of doing that. Little marks and little marks. I know that's 1/8 or 2/16 from each side. 1/8 or 2/16 from each side. All right, so now I will outline this one too. Always find in the simple. Okay, well, what I just meant to do, you could tell, oopsie, I meant to round the corners. And I forgot to do that before I outlined. So let's see if I caught it in time. I probably didn't. Oh, well, we'll make it work. Well, I totally didn't catch it in time, but that's okay. This one I kind of did, but not really. So, yeah, we'll just pretend. No one will know. They're not going to know. They're going to know. No one's going to know. All right. And then that will go right there. So what I find, I was saying with the Simple Stories 6x8 pads, there is always a really good mix of solid patterns, right? Or solids, and then 6x8 papers that have words on them too. That would have worked as well to capture today, although it would have been pretty thin. So let's go ahead and I'm going to apply my adhesive. But before I do that, I want to make sure, because this piece is going to have to really curve because I've got so much prior. So what I want to make sure to do is try to get my adhesive as close to that edge as I can without going over, like we're playing The Price is Right. You try to get as close to the price of the item as you can without going over, or you bid $1 and hope everyone else bids too much. Whoopsie. Anyhow, I did what I needed on this side. So that way, when I put this in, I'm going to just turn it upside down, and then my right hand can be the dominant hand, and then try to get that as close to the edge in there as I can, and then make sure I really press down on that so that is nice and adhered. All right, there we go. There is our right here right now. So if I wanted, I don't know, I'm going to keep going. It feels like I need something right there. Now I'll leave it. I was going to say, but I already have that there. We'll leave it. It's good. It is good. I just need to finish up there. All right, first list. First list down. Now we're ready to number 2. Number 2 is things I want to focus on in 2022. Sandra, that is called Good Stuff. That collection is called Good Stuff. Kim, this collection really is surprising. Here's the deal. I think I shared with you guys before. I know Simple Stories really well. I know the people at Simple Stories very well. It's a wonderful company with wonderful people, so super talented. I worked there for 6 years. When I first saw this collection, when they first released it to retailers, and I was like, ooh, I don't know about that. It's a sleeper. To me, it is a sleeper. I have used this collection so much. It's just such a good all around for me. All right, and it's good because it doesn't have a theme to it. Sometimes we just need product that doesn't really have a theme, like winter or Christmas or love or whatever. And this one fits that bill. All right, so list number 2, things I want to focus on in 2022. So this is kind of my version of resolutions. Resolution to some people is a really bad word, has a very negative connotation. It doesn't have a negative connotation on January 1. It generally has a negative connotation on like March 28th, right? And that's when you're like, oh my gosh, my New Year's resolutions. I was doing so well for the first day or week or month or 3 months, whatever it is. But then some of us fall off the wagon, and some of us fall off the wagon pretty quick. So instead of calling something a resolution, for me, if it's things I'm focusing on in 2022 in this case, then it's not as much pressure, right? I can always come back to it. I can come back in July and go, oh yeah, what were those things I wanted to focus on again this year? And then I go back and I'm like, oh yeah, you know what? I can easily do that. That's another one I can like recommit to focusing on that. It's not, I don't know. To me, a focus is a different word than resolve. So that is my take, and that is what I'm doing. So if you have things that you would like to focus on this year, you may be doing a list with us. You may be doing a mental list. You may be doing a list that you're scratching down on a napkin, something that you're adding to your phone. Maybe you're doing this amazing canvas with your focus areas, whatever it is. I would like to know though, in the chat, if you are focusing on something that you want to share it. Also, we'll use this one in the for the giveaway, the 3 giveaways that we have this week. So with that, I'll just have you when the video is over, go ahead to the comments, not the chat, but in the comments, and tell me one of the things you're focusing on this year. And it doesn't have to, you guys, this is a prime example of you do you, right? I love to say that. You do you. You may, one of your areas of focus might be to watch more Hallmark Christmas movies. That's you. If you want to do that, absolutely. That is on your list. So don't feel like you have to be like, oh my gosh, I need to focus on not watching TV at all and no screen time. Whatever your thing is, then that's your thing. Let's see. Crazy Poppins, I like it. My biggest focus this year is finishing some of my projects I have been procrastinating. Yeah, right. Ooh, no spend January. Mandy, that is one of things I've never, I just know I wouldn't do well with that yet. You got to know your strengths and weaknesses. That it would be not my strength. Mandy said, I should probably tell you that you aren't live. Mandy said, no spend year. Mandy, a no spend year. I am impressed. I am really impressed. Carolyn said, using my memory keeping supply stash. Very good. Scrapbook assistant, reading more. Okay. Elizabeth, my commitments for 22. Okay, I get it. I'm like 22, pause. What does that mean? Get it. Your commitments for 2022, pause, connect with the divine, feel joy, gratitude, and bliss. Wonderful. 30 minutes of self-time after the kids go to bed each night. Vicky, yes. Ooh, Diane, blood pressure lower, anxiety issues. And you know what? I'm sure those two play hand in hand, don't they? Focus on becoming a better me. Love it. Better self-care. Interesting. Self-care. A couple of you have said self-care. Self-care is one of the things on my list as well. Oh, Lynn, I love that. Focus on how to use my Cricut, taking it out of the box. All right. So while I'm getting stuff out, let's talk about taking things out of the box. This I know is not unique. If you think, and when I say you, I mean anyone out there, if you think that you are unique and having something that you have purchased and not taken it out of the box for a blank amount of time, let me tell you, you are not alone. I've been teaching for years and years and years, and when I teach in person, that is something that I hear quite often. Well, I have that, but I've never used it. And I say, have you taken it out of the box? And they say no. So I'd encourage you, if it's something that is still in a box, put that on your list. Even at least if you take it out of the box. Maybe you don't use it, but take it out of the box. The nice thing about that these days is that YouTube makes it a lot easier to get things out of the box, because basically you can get something out of the box and then find a YouTube video that tells you exactly what to do. Like step 1, open the box. And then from there, it literally tells you how to do everything, which I think is super handy, helpful. Okay, so you're not alone. All right. So this, I'm actually scrap lifting myself again, based on how I did this list last year, because I liked the way that where is it? I liked the way, it's not in that one. Must be at the end of this one again, yeah? Hold on. No. Okay, must be here. Oh, it is. It's right here. Focus. This was visually very easy for me to see and focus on, right? So I'm going to do the same thing. I will have my little columns, and that's how I'm going to do this list. In fact, I had even pulled out the same stamps. Now, here's something that I pulled those. I need a stamping surface. Those of you that have the Year in Review 2022 kit, if you have not looked at the supply list yet, I encourage you to do that this weekend. So I encourage you to do that before class, because there are some things that I recommend that you have on that list. And this is one of the things I'm going to talk about. There's something called a pencil board. And a pencil board is a term like Band-Aid. And what I mean by that is there are all kinds of generic types of Band-Aids. And there are all types of generic types of pencil board. The whole purpose of a pencil board is to give you a flat surface to write on, or in our case, stamp on. It is something like this. This is a homemade pencil board that Nancy Gollison, I want to say Galligan. Nancy Gollison made for me and sent me. This is thicker cardboard that then she covered with pattern paper. None of these are like a true pencil board. They're just different versions of a flat surface. This is a clear stamping block. It's pretty thin. Sometimes I use that as a pencil board. And then Susie sent me this guy. This is a foam. It is a thicker piece of foam. I think it's called a piercing board. This, when you're stamping, is actually a really nice surface to stamp on, because it has some give under it, so you get a really nice clean stamp impression. The other thing that I talk about, and I've kind of talked about different things that you could use to make your own pencil board in the supply list for that class. But we've also talked about before, someone mentioned going to the dollar store and getting a piece of thin craft foam, using that, or even going to the kitchen section of a dollar store and getting one of those really, really thin kind of plastic cutting boards. We're basically just looking for some kind of flat surface that's sturdy-ish, right? That we can put underneath a place that we either want to write on or stamp on. And this would be the case. For stamping, I want to stamp focus right here, okay? So if I stamp focus right here, I'm going to run into a little bit of an issue. I already know. Oh, well, I'm going to run into more than one issue. So let's talk about something here real quick. The first issue, I have stickers under here. So I'm still going to see a little bit of that. probably more than I want. So let me back up and show you a different example of this. All right, right here. So let's say I was stamping right here. On the back side of this, I still have a little bit of it going on. I'm not explaining this very well, friends, sorry. If I am stamping right here, I am starting to run into whatever I have on this side of the page. So I don't have a flat surface to stamp on, okay? Because I have all of these things here. But if I put my pencil board in, then I have a flat surface. Now I still have to kind of be aware of what's on this back side. For example, here, I wouldn't want to do any stamping kind of in this area because I have a puffy sticker there, and that would for sure get in my way. The other thing I need to pay attention to when I am stamping is what I have on the back side. So if I stamp focus right here, I may run into a little issue because I have put my list, I've written my list directly on my page, which means there's nothing covering anything up here. Here, there's something covering them up. So if I had stamped on this side, I wouldn't be worried because this would be covering up the page. Here, if I do my stamping, I am going to be a little bit worried because I am going to see a little bit of shadowing or ghosting like this. Do you see there how you can see that focus word is kind of ghosted through on the other side? So with all of those things said, what I'm going to end up doing, but primarily for the ghosting, and I don't want to see the ghosting on this side, I am going to do my stamping on another piece of paper, and I will adhere that paper to here. Actually, that's not going to work either. Because if I adhere that paper to here, just thinking through this, if I adhere that paper to there, then I have part of my list on paper and then part of not, and I don't want to do that. So let's do this. Let's not use stamps. Let's use alphabet stickers instead. So let me go back to look at something. These, what I just pulled out, these are super old. Super old. I wanted something a little bit bigger. These are from, oh yeah, oh my gosh, the dates on them. These are from Basic Gray. You guys remember Basic Gray? These are from Basic Gray. These are 2009. 2009. But you guys, things like this, I will rarely purge from my stash because this is just really great generic font, right? I can use that at any time. So that's what I'm going to use. I wanted something a little bit larger so I have the focus on that, right? So let's do that. Let's look at, we need an F. Wait, what do we do? Get that one out of here. What did we do? Okay, so let's do an F here. Okay, make sure I give myself enough room. I'm not using ruler right now, probably just for the sake of time. We will eyeball it. I don't have to worry about the centering because I know exactly where I want that to go. All right, so I do not have another C, but that's easy. C is an easy one because I will take an O and I will turn it into a C. So I'll kind of look at the little C right there and see what that might look like. We'll just do this. We can literally just line it right up. Okay, let's see. So I'm making a C by coming in and cutting an O. There we go. There's a C. I could have done that to an E, a D, an A, a G. Really, I could have a P, a Q. I could have done that with any letter. Oh, let's make that just a little bit more. I could have done that with any letter that had a little circle as part of it. F-O-C. U. S. Oh, good thing I still have an S. S would be a little bit harder to make, right? Tracy, I do remember Chatterbox. I do remember Chatterbox, right? We go back a long time. Long time. All right, and then we'll do a little dot at the end. Focus, 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 right? All right, focus. So let's get those off to the side. And now, oh, I shouldn't say that. The time is near, but it's not. Okay. I just want to have that right there. All right, so I again have 5 things that I'm going to focus on. So I need my ruler because I need to draw the boxes. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vertical boxes. And so, yes, ruler comes in handy. We're using a ruler again, but for the real purpose of a ruler instead of for stickers. So let me draw the box with a pencil. Or 2 boxes really. So let's see if that's like 3, that could be about, they're going to be really skinny boxes. Now I need to also figure out how high they go, because I don't know how high they go, because I need to back to the sticker book. Oh, all right. I already used numbers. So I know that there are also numbers in the good stuff icons. This will probably be, I don't know, we'll see. This will probably be the last-ish week, because I'm not sure, that I fully use the good stuff collection, because I've been using it a ton. It's probably time to mix in something else. Oh, of course it is, because now we've got winter stuff and Valentine stuff, and then we'll have spring stuff and all different kinds of things. So now where's the 2? That doesn't mean I won't, there's a lot of these great pieces that I can continue to work in my lists over time, but I'll probably stop kind of using like the full collection together, how I've been using. What I was saying before, as I get all these put back in, the things that I use to store my collections in. So when I'm still working with the collection whole, and what I mean by that is, I've been using good stuff, for example, for the last couple weeks. And as I work with it this much, I like to try to keep it all together, because I know I want, if I'm working with the die cuts and I also want the stickers and the pad, I want to keep all of those things together. So I just go to one little area to find the things. Once I really start working through a collection, I'll generally start to break it up. So after a little while, I'll break all of this out and start putting it in different, organizing in different sections, different kind of themes and colors and things like that. But I use these little pouches, and so everything stays all nice and together in the pouch like that. So we'll put all those back in there. I do know I need one thing right here, because I do, right here, right now. Well, guess what? We're going to use right here, right now again, because this right here, right now, that little puppy sticker is good to go right here, because right here, right now, that is what I'm focusing on. Right here, right now. All right, so now my 1 will go here above my first thing. So I know I probably want to start my list, I'm going to say right there instead of up 1. That's a loud car. You guys hear that? Oh, so excited. They just staked in the ground the last new home around us. So now there's, on the same street, I think there's 3 that are under construction and 1 that they'll start digging and construction soon, which is awesome. That's too high. I need to go down 1 more. Which is awesome, because hopefully about a year from now, then all the construction around us will be done, which will be at that time, which will be about 4.5 years. All right. Where's the 1? So 1 will go right there. I need to focus on focusing, literally. I know, right? Elizabeth said, Lael, did you know yesterday was National Squirrel Appreciation Day? Yes, Elizabeth, I did. We talked about that at the beginning. Thank you. There's actually, I'm doing some fun giveaways. So one specifically around that. So if you guys missed the beginning, when we're done, go back to the beginning and just catch the first, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes so you know what the giveaways are. But they're surrounding National Squirrel Day. And it was so fun, you guys, where's my ruler? It was so fun in the Facebook group. A number of you popped in throughout the day and National Squirrel Day. And then you shared, memes of squirrels. And then my friend Andy K, that designs the stamps, she made a fun little different version of scatter for National Squirrel Day. National Squirrel Day. Where'd my ruler go? I need that. So let's grab another one. Another one. That's just weird. I know I had it. Oh, there it is. It's hiding. All right. Oh, wait. Oh, gosh. No, Elizabeth. Don't be sorry, honey. Seriously, don't be sorry. Oh, my gosh. Don't ever be sorry. Sometimes be sorry, but don't be sorry for that. Yeah, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry that we talked about that. You didn't know, you weren't here. And what if we didn't talk about it? And what if I didn't know? You guys don't ever be sorry. Seriously. There's too much going on in the world to have to be sorry about something like that. You are good. I would never want someone to not say something because they would be worried that we already talked about it. Okay? Never, never, ever, ever, never. So say something, even if you come in the last 5 minutes. All right. I'm just drawing my little boxes here. We're getting down to the eek. This better be an easy thing to focus on because I don't have much room to write in it, huh? And I don't do, you guys, some of you might be thinking, why didn't you do this before? Like, why do we have to watch you make these lines? I don't do any of it before, right? We're all just here crafting together and this is my craft time. This is our craft time, right? So I don't do before. And this is, hold on, I got to get in here. You're going to see the top of my head probably. Yep, I don't do any of it before. Oopsie. But I always use a pencil to do something like that because you never know what's happening. All right, then over here we need 3 boxes. So let's see, we better get pretty skinny on these guys, right? What if we did that? Oh, let's measure and see. That would be 4 centimeters. So let's see if we have room for 4 centimeters for 3 boxes. 1 with a little space in between. Oh, I know. Let's do here. We'll go this way. We'll go backwards and then we'll split the difference. How about that? Wait, is that 4? It is. I'm just talking to myself. Don't mind me. Do not mind me just talking to myself while we're doing this. All right, that doesn't really give me 4. So let's make it a little bit thinner. Let's go to, how about 3 3/4? That will be okay over here. 3 3/4. No, not 3 1/2. 3 3/4-ish, okay? That's 3 3/4 centimeters because I needed to have a little bit of space in between. 3 3/4. Don't quite have enough room. And then we'll do one more. They're close enough, right? They're close enough. No one's like gonna measure. No one has time for measuring. All right, there we go. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. Yes, always recommend ruler to work with and a pencil with an eraser or a retractable eraser, which I added to the website. Enough of you had asked about mine. I didn't find my exact one, but retractable eraser. It does the job. Okay. All right, we'll get on with this in just a sec. All right. We'll get on with it. We're almost done. Oh, I just remembered there was something else that I wanted to put on the bottom of this list. Now I don't know if I have room. Aha. But just don't mind me. I'm just talking to myself. You guys, this is, if you weren't here, this is exactly what I'd be doing. And I would probably be talking to myself out loud, just like I am. Oh, yeah. Whoops. Oh, yeah. Well, what do we do that instead? Yeah, let's try that. Seriously, that's what I do. And I'm just here chatting away of myself. All right, so let's go back to this. What I was thinking could be fun is, since this is kind of a hopefully focus for the year, right? I could do the washi along the bottom, the year washi. There we go. So that's what we're going to make work. That is what we're going to make work. All right, so we'll do this here. We'll put this all along the bottom. All along the bottom. All right, you guys, as I am working, this is one of my new washi designs, but as I'm working on new ones, new washi designs, tell me, are there things that you're always think, gosh, I wish I had that. Gosh, I've been looking for a washi like that and I can't find it. Tell me, as long as well, you can tell me anything you want, but if it's like fire trucks or something like that, I'll be like, yeah, no, too specific. Can't do something like that. But shout it out. Shout it out. Chinese New Year's coming. So I have my washi done in China. I haven't found anyone that does washi in the US. Chinese New Year is coming. So I'm trying to get some designs into them to be produced before Chinese New Year, which it may not happen. But in the next, hopefully like 2 months, maybe, then they'll be here. They'll be designed and here. So if you have been thinking, gosh, I wish I had washi that was like this, let me know. Either leave it in the comments or leave it in the chat or shoot me an email. Easiest way to email me is to go to my website and click on Contact Us or to reply to an email I've sent you, right? Washi Designs. I'm also very excited, have finally figured out a whole plan of attack on stamp releases for, oh my gosh, it should carry us through the year. Very excited about that. I think you guys will be too. I think you guys will be too. Okay. Let's see. We've talked about that before. If you guys have, if you have stamp requests as well, then let me know those too. We need a little eraser. We have a little errant pencil mark there. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we will start our list. Washi with vines and greenery. Mandy. Yeah, I should probably say, either leave them in the comments of the video or shoot me an email because I know I'll miss things in the chat. And if I see them in the chat, I know I won't remember. I think you guys are talking about your year in review kits, right? In the chat that they're either out for delivery now or they're arriving soon. Yes, my website always automatically generates and sends a shipping confirmation email. So as soon as we ship, you get an email confirmation letting you know your order shipped with the tracking number. So if you do not see that, I have no idea what the interwebs does, but for some reason it decides that some of my emails need to go to someone's junk folder. So if you do not see that, you can check your junk folder. And if you still don't see it, shoot me an email and then I can tell you. But yes, all of the year in review kits have shipped out unless you placed your order yesterday. I think we even got all Thursday orders out as well. So should be on the way. Plenty of time for class. Just make sure that you check that supply list. This is one of those cases. Check the supply list as soon as you get your kit. Also, the email for the class that went out also had a link to the supply list, just because there's some things that you may want to be have either pulled out of your stash or make, like when it comes to a pencil board like we were talking about, or I've listed ink colors that I used and things like that. So that's a one case where don't wait until the day of to pull your stuff. I mean, you'd be fine. You would be totally fine if you did. We'll talk about that during class, but yeah, just as I'm now doing this, I know this seems like repetitive. Well, it is. So what I'm going to do on this list, you guys, just while we're together, there's going to be a lot of writing on this list. I will come in and I will write what the things are, but then I won't do like the rest of the writing after that. I'll do that. I'll come back and do that later. And then we'll take a look at it when we're together again. All right. So let's talk about focus. What are we focusing on? My one little word, I had to look. The same one's been on my wall now for 2 years. It's balance. Yeah. My one little word doesn't exist. My one little word a number of years ago. Oh, I know. It's was in 2020. When did I leave Simple Stories? In 2020. My gosh, we're going on 3 years. And so that would be 20, I know, right? 2019? Yeah, 2019 when I left Simple Stories. My word was focus. And I remember that because I very specifically chose that word because I had worked myself into 2 full-time jobs between my Lail by Mail and then my full-time job with Simple Stories. So once I made the decision that I was going to leave, that's when I kind of picked up that word focus because I'm like, I just have to focus. I just have to focus. I just have to focus on what I need to get done, what I need to do, how I can survive in the mess that I built for myself, meaning 2 full-time jobs, until I get through it. And then I'll have a relief. So that was my word. But I had a lot. I mean, that word was like front and center, seriously, everything I did. I did all kinds of, I had a quote board in my my craft room that I switched up every month. And part of that was always the word focus. So I found different quotes. I was using it in my traveler's notebook all the time. I mean, I used it a lot. And some of you may remember from the email that went out this week, I think even in the subject line, I put the word focus with a little short quote. But anyhow, I had lots of stuff that I had surrounding that word. We talked a little bit about words last week too, if you are doing a word. No word for me. No word. I've learned for me that the words don't work. That sounds weird. I just don't pay enough attention to them. So they could always be the same word these days, which is balance, which is not on my focus list for the year. It's not. I chose to put other things on. But if I do the other things, I think it will lead to balance. How about that? How about that? Indirectly, maybe on my list. All right, I'm almost done with this part, you guys. And then I'll look up at the chat because I have no idea what's going on in there. I mean, I don't think anything is going, well, you know what I mean. Nothing nefarious is going on. I just mean that I haven't looked at it because I've been drawing these silly boxes for a while. All right, we're almost there. And then I'm just write the 5 things and then we'll move on to our last list for the day. Okay, here we go. Here we go, here we go. All right, so now, first thing on my list is health, right? Health. Health. Health for me, continue, which for me, that's a huge thing. I know for lots of us, when it comes to focus or resolution at the start of a new year, we're always like, oh yeah, I guess I better lose weight, or I guess I better not drink so much, whatever, Diet Coke or alcohol or lemon water or coffee or whatever. Anyhow, for me, what I'll be writing here is a continued focus on my health, which I'm just thrilled about. Next one. Oh boy. Patience. It is a virtue that I do not have. The next one. Presence. I have been really working hard some days not at all, on being more present. My mind is always going, most of ours, right? My mind's always going. And I found when I'm having a conversation with someone, I'm half there and half not. And I don't like that. So that will be a big one for me, is to focus on being present. The next one, learning. Spending more time learning. And I get to decide what that means, right? I get to decide what the learning means. What am I learning? It could mean I want to learn how to put makeup on. It could mean I want to learn how to use all of the incredible parts of my marketing email system that I don't know how to use yet. It could be, I mean, anything like that. It could be learning to cook. It could be learning to whatever. So learning will be a big one for me. The last one is self-care. I think this one, the self-care, will lead a lot more to the one that's not on my list that we talked about, which is balance, right? Self-care. So on self-care, I had written down like things like exercising, doing my nails, reading, having downtime. So those will be some of the things on my self-care list. All right, as I said, I will come back next week. After we leave, I will fill these out because we all don't need to watch me just like write all these things and what that means to me. But I will have them done when we list again, and then you guys can see what it looks like finished. The one thing I do think I want to do before I kind of wrap up this list, at least for now, these numbers are all outlined in black, right? There's a black outline around each of those numbers. So what I think I'm going to do is take my black pen and I am going to outline around my stickers. These stickers work really well for doing that, and I have to go very slowly, right? This is an exercise in patience, because if you go too fast, you will need to talk slow too. If you go too fast, then you will accidentally write on the letter, and I don't want to do that, right? So I'm going slow. These stickers work really well for that because it's a very simple font, right? It is a sans serif font. It does not have the little legs on the letters. That's not the real term. I don't know what the real term is. It doesn't have the little like legs or feet or whatever. So this is easier to do. But the thing that makes this the easiest to do is that these are cardstock stickers, which means they're thicker. They have a little bit more sturdiness and stability to them, right? Which means I have something that's raised. So the sticker is raised. So it's a lot easier for me to come in and outline around it. As opposed to a paper-based sticker. So paper-based stickers, when we did our first list, the list that we just did, these were paper-based stickers, the numbers. So I could still I wouldn't outline those because black on black, you wouldn't see it. But if it was a colored letter, then I could still outline it. It would just be a little bit more difficult because the stickers are really thin. So if you want to outline your stickers, patience is a virtue. And a lot easier to do if the stickers are made of cardstock. So they're a little bit thicker as opposed to paper. But look at what a difference that makes, right? Now that focus really stands out and it kind of blends in really well with that same kind of design element on the numbers. And I might as well finish that. I probably should have just stopped and showed you half the letters. Like you can kind of see now, but really it just comes much more into focus now, doesn't it? Comes much more into focus when I outline it. Okie dokie, there we go. There's that list for now. Our last list, our third list of the day is a 2-pager. And this one is now we're kind of really, this was the last list that I'm kind of wrapping up the kind of year end, things I learned last year, things I'm focusing on this year. Now that kind of all of that is kind of done. So at this point, you guys really could make a decision, right? Some of you have asked when a new year starts, if I start a new insert. And I personally don't. I just kind of keep on rolling, right? I just keep on going with the flow. It just so happens that this one, I am, you know what? I mean, look at that. I'm just about done. So, no, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to keep on working on this one. If I wanted to stop my insert now, I would not cut these pages out because these pages, all the pages in here are little signatures, which means the other half of this was at the beginning of my book. And if I cut these out, I'm going to have a problem. So if I wanted to come and pick up just some generic lists and put them in here later, if I wanted to decorate these pages, if I wanted to do a little bit of journaling to recap the year, if I wanted to add some photos, if I wanted to come in with some just 6x8 paper and add them here, if I wanted to print out some quotes and put quotes on here. Lots of you guys do different things when it comes to ending your insert. I think Debbie, I think it was, actually, I think a couple of you guys did. I think a couple of you guys posted in the Facebook group this week, because this was a topic of conversation last week as well, is what do you do to start a new insert and what do you do to end an insert? I'm working on a little solution for that for us. It's just not here yet. It will be a stamp set, but not here yet. Here's an example of what I did last year. I kind of made a little ending page for 2020, and this was printable, not a printable, it was like digital art from Ali Edwards, and so I just printed that on white cardstock. But lots of great ideas were shared in the Facebook group, and examples where people are showing you what they did on the last page or on the first page. In this case, the first page, I just did a list. All right, so all of that to say, I'm still going to do my list here. Our last list is things I'm looking forward to this winter. So let's get all the good stuff picked up, out of here, because I'm not using it anymore today. Oh gosh, now I just remembered. There were all kinds of things I wanted to use. All right, I'm gonna move all these. These all will work in next time. There's a ton of stuff from Pretty Little Studio that I pulled out. And if you are a word strip sticker person, you need to go check out all of these on my website, all of the Pretty Little Studio little word strip stickers. But we'll work with those again. Oh, I know, we should work with those again anyway, because all that stuff, because a bunch of it's coming back in stock. It is on its way now. All right, there we go. Get that out of here. Get out of here. Okay, hydration break. Hydration break. Okay, everyone, hydration break. Okay, that's my water. I discovered, my friend Jana from Simple Stories. We were both teaching at an event this fall called She Loves Color. And we were at a restaurant and Jana she ordered Diet Coke. And we were talking about lemon in your Diet Coke or lime in your Diet Coke or whatever. And she goes, oh no, I always have lime. And she said, in fact, I even travel with lime. And we're all like, what? She said, yes, I travel with lime. These little packets called True Lime. Oh my gosh, I am addicted. It is natural, all natural. It's just lime, it's crystallized lime in like looks like a little packet, like a Sweet and Low or something, but it's crystallized lime. Pure 100% lime, nothing added. But I drink a lot of water, and that's how I drink a lot of water. I put that in it, and I love it. So I just had a sip of that, and it was tasty, tasty. Okay, our third list is things I'm looking forward to this winter. And I am using the Simple Stories Feelin' Frosty collection, which is a winter collection, but it is, I shouldn't say, but it is super fun. I should say it is a super fun winter collection because the color palette. Let's see, that's actually a pretty good representation here of the colors in the collection. So not your typical navy and white and light blue and forest green. Don't get me wrong. Nothing wrong with those colors, but these colors are totally different for a winter collection. So I always like it when you have things that are a little bit different because it just mixes it up a little bit. So I think, I already know my list is going to be a 2-pager. I know I want this to be on this side. This is a great kind of, coordinating, I guess, paper to go with my list over here. So this guy, we need to also skinny up, right? We need to skinny it up. It needs to be 4.75, which I know we need to go, a half plus 2? Is that right? I don't know. 5. So, yes, half plus 2, right? No, because it's, oh my gosh, help me, please. Just don't mind me. Half plus 2, I know this. Here we go. Here's a half, and then we go 2 more. I know I didn't need to do that twice. Yikes. The maths today, you guys, the maths today are not working. 2 plus 2, about there. Yeah, that'll be good. There's my centered. Should be centered-ish, right? Centered-ish. There we go. Perfect. All right, now I need my little corner rounder before I do anything else. There we go. And there we go. Let's go ahead and outline this, and then we'll put it down. Hi, Regina. Not last minute. I know, Celia, I need a template. I know, I just need to remember in my head. Yeah, because I do that cut every time, don't I? Actually, you know what I can do? This will be easy. Well, not so much. I know, so when I was talking earlier how it's been a crazy week, and I said Nick's been home because Sam had the virus and we were exposed, and so he was working from home. And then the other thing, Lily works for me part-time. She also totally different, didn't get it from Sam because they weren't around each other, and Sam didn't get it from her because they weren't around each other. She also has the virus, so she was not here this week, and so yeah, that made it even crazier. With all the crazy stuff that we were trying to get out this week. I don't know, it just made me think of that. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I was saying, when we're kidding, and when I say now, when we're kitting, I mean it's Lily kitting, except for this week, because Lily wasn't here to kit. When we're kidding and cutting things, I take washi and I put it on the trimmer, exactly where you need to cut each piece, because then you just have that mark and you just go to that mark, but it won't work as well here. All right, so I'm thinking maybe that could be a nice corresponding on this side, but I don't know. Actually, I think we might need a little bit more color. So that would be nice there, because that would give me a nice background color. And then my list will go on there. So let's see. The top, let's think about the top of my list. So normally I would say like things I'm looking forward to this winter, but I also have Hello Winter. So I kind of don't feel like I need winter again because winter is already here. So I could say like looking forward to, there's another winter, but that's a heck of a lot of winter in that bolt. So I don't need that. So if I am looking, I'm going to say things I'm looking forward to. I probably, whatever I'm doing here, I probably want to make my list. Just trying to think. All right, I am going to use a full sheet. And I need some white cardstock. Always, always, always white cardstock. We'll use that for part of our list. So this one this one's much easier. This one I know also needs to be 4 3/4, but I don't have to worry about it being centered because it's all the same pattern, right? So 4 3/4. And the reason again that I like to do 4 3/4 is that it gives me that kind of 1/4 inch border all the way around my page. Like that, right? Okay. That was weird. Just heard a weird noise. Okay. So rounded the corner. Because I'm working on that same issue here where there's so much bulk, because of all the past pages, I'm going to work on this list completely off the page, and then I will come back and edit. All right. So now we have our cardstock. Regina, I did about the glue sticks. Yes, I did. Thank you. We were in the middle of watching Ozark, and so I did not reply back, but thank you so much. Yes, I will look at that for sure. All right, so my cardstock, white cardstock, and I think, well, usually that ends up being about 3.75 where I cut that. Let's see if that's about right. Look at that, you guys. So that's just an eyeball, but look, 3.75. Look how close I was. Yeah, that's the one I remember. That's the one I remember. That usually is right there, and that gives me a nice kind of enough of that pattern, but really going more for the pop of color as opposed to the pattern. All right. There we go. Tina, it's fun. It is fun. And here's I mean, it's definitely winter, but there are even a few things to it. So let's see, I pulled out, these are like not all of the winter things, but this is a bunch of the cute winter stuff. The things that I left off to the side that I will not use, at least in the, for now, this could really go Christmas or winter, right? So there were a number of things that could go Christmas or winter. In fact, even all the trees could be winter or Christmas. So there's enough in here that you could really make work. Even these little things. I mean, actually, that could go any time of year, that little flower. All right, so I'm going to do my title up here, but I also want to do a little bit more going on down below the bottom of my list, because there's not a lot of, there's a lot going on, but also kind of not a lot going on. So I feel like there's some room here to have a little bit of fun. Maybe we'll try to make a little scene. So we have that could go. There's 2 different snowmen. I don't know. Let's see what we end up with. We could do, if we wanted, we could have a little snowman over here and then have just the bottom part of the snowman bleeding off the page. I think that's what we'll do. Do we want more green or more pink? Let's go with the green. All right. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to cover that just so not part of it sticking out. So he doesn't look like a Martian, right? He looks like a Martian. It's our Martian snowman. Okay. Tiny trees. Yes, tiny trees. That always reminds me of, Bob Ross, the tiny trees, right? Okay. Snow person. Thank you. Yes, it's a snow person. It's not a snowman. It is a snow person. It's a pronounless snowman. Oh, I shouldn't go there. I mean, okay, I shouldn't have even said that. When I say I shouldn't go there, I just mean that can go all different kinds of directions in our conversation. So that is our snow person paper. Yes. And that also lets us tie in little snow people that are over here. So we'll go there. And I also didn't want to cover up too much of the R. So he can't, all the snowman, it won't be there. He'll be a bottomless snowman. We will cut this part off. I have things bleed off the page a lot like that, right? I'd like to do that, where they just kind of bleed right off the page. All right, so now we're back over here trying to figure out what we want to do. So I love this snow-covered tree. I think it's so cute. Snow-covered tree. Maybe we just do that, a little snow-covered tree in a house, and then maybe another little tree. Sure, let's do that. But what I do want to pull in, I think I might want to pull in, this is the washi that is part of Feelin' Frosty. And Simple Stories a couple months ago started changing the way that they do their washi. So prior to this, there were 3 rolls in a collection and they were all the same width. As of a couple of months ago, there are now 5 rolls in the collection, and 2 of the 5 rolls are a narrower width, which I love because in most cases when I am using washi, let's see, most cases when I'm using washi, this is what I do. I use like a regular standard width, and then I like to use a thinner width just to give a little contrast. Let's see. Well, I did the same thing there, but you can't really tell there's 2 washi there, but there we go. There's another one. So thick washi and then thin, or wider washi and less wide. So it just gives you a nice little contrast when you do that. So, but I don't think, after all that, I don't think I will end up doing that here. I might just do, wait, where'd they go? I think I might just do, unless, this could be cute. Maybe we'll still do the 2. Let's look. I love this font. Oh, I'm frozen. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. It's coming. You guys can still hear me, right? You can still hear me. I know you can still hear me. So this is what's so weird. Come on. There we go. So this is what's so weird. And I've got to look at what's going on. This happened last week too. I am plugged in. Hold on. I'm plugged in. And my power cord maybe, all right, I'm gonna switch something up here, friends. Maybe it's my little like Apple power cord that's not working. Hold on, I need to just fix this now, because if I don't fix it now, then it will keep happening, because my phone is low. But that's so weird. Let's see. Okay, that's the one that was on my iPad. Yes, I learned that. Not the hard way, but it could have been the hard way. That when I freeze, you guys can still hear me. Let's see, is it charging? Yeah, that's so weird. Huh. Yeah, Susie, you got out and came back in, and happened to be just the time that I saw the comment that said I was frozen. So we're good. I don't know when I started freezing, but okay. So now, what I was saying, I'm not sure when I froze. I am going to use 2 different washies from the Freezing Season collection. Freezing Season. Feeling frosty. Wow. What's Freezing Season? That must have been one of theirs last year. Yeah, no, heat's good. Yep, heat is totally good. Yeah, a lot of times it's heat, but all right, so I'm going to use 2 washi, and I think we'll use this one. This will be cute. Although, you know what's going to happen is a lot of this is going to get covered up. So maybe not so good. Maybe not so good. Let's take this off for a minute. Oh, I don't think, okay, hold on. Let's do this. Where is my handy notebook? Alrighty. Let's go to a new clean. Usually I like to try to just get a feel for what it all looks like first, because sometimes it's really hard to tell on the roll, right? I don't think I've done it with this collection yet. Have I? No. Oh yeah, we did good stuff. All right, so there's that one. And then sometimes it's easier to see what you might want to put together. There's that one, that pink. I like that pink a lot. That pink will go really well with, but I may end up using this one with the pink, because I think the white one's going to be too white. I like that much better off the roll. It looks really dark on the roll, and the reason it looks dark on the roll is because it is transparent, a little bit transparent, and so you're getting the color picking up through the layer underneath it. This one's really pretty too. I don't know, maybe it'll be this one with the pink. That'd be a nice contrast. All right, maybe those 2. All right. The white is super cute, but I know the white won't work. The reason the white will not work, wow, that's a mouthful, is because it will get covered up. Most of it will get covered up, right? Because if this goes here, and we kind of do a little tree here, and then we do maybe another little tree here, like that, I'm not going to have much room for washi, but I'd still like a little pop of color. So I think it's just going to be this guy, maybe. Just a little pop of color right there at the bottom. That had to go over there a little bit. So we're just going to see a little tiny bit of that peeking out. Oh yeah. Right, there we go. That's cute. Okay. That'll work. That will work. I missed what Crazy Poppins said. Crazy Poppins. I have a little book where I put a picture of the full collection and sample the washi with all the information, like name, collection, and from which company it is. Perfect. You're swatching your collections. I love it. I love it. Yeah, a lot of times it helps to swatch things. Then we know what we have, right? Especially when like I do that when it comes to my inks, right? My stamping inks, because in a lot of cases it's hard to see what the colors really look like. And I love it too when you guys, as a couple of you have talked about how you swatch your washi. We've talked about that a couple times before, but then how you in the Facebook group will pop in and just show us. It's always fun when you guys show, because I show, but it's always just me because I'm doing this. But when you guys share and show what you're doing too, I love it. Love that. Okay, yep, just that pink just, yep, helped That's why I love washi, right? Sometimes you just need a little something. And when the word strip sticker doesn't work, that's what we talked about before. Well, word strip sticker works too, and this will be why the pink is really going to work. I didn't think about this until now. The other reason why the pink is going to work is because I think of what I'm using for my title. All right, title. Let's put that away. Title, I had pulled out a couple of different colors for alpha stickers. Okay, this is bright, but look at, I think that just like is gonna pull out all of that pink. Now it looks like really crazy right now. This is bubblegum from Doodlebug. They do all of their colors. They have a palette of colors that is consistent across all of their collections. So you could have every Doodlebug collection ever made, and if there's bubblegum color in it, then you know that anything that you have that's bubblegum will also coordinate. I think that will coordinate really well with our pops of pink. And once I pull just the title away from the full sheet, it won't be as bright. So that's my plan. This will go here, and we're still working off the page, and then we'll do our title here. Things I'm looking forward to. So let's find our ruler. Meta, hi! My friend from Denmark. Hello. Nice to have you. All right, where? Oh, I put it away. That's the first thing Nick always says to me. Nick, have you seen this? And I'll be like, did you put it away where it belongs? Like, oh my gosh, you're such a dad. Did you put it away where it belongs? Like, shut up. Look, I'm just going to call this maybe looking forward to. I don't really need to say things I'm, so I'll say looking forward to. All right, I had to think about something for a minute. Oh, let's get... I just flipped that. The reason I flipped it is that the line here is a little bit higher to the top than there. That's the only reason I flipped that. And I use the ruler to help line things up. Looking forward to. I love my imitation of Nick. I imitate Nick well. Well, sometimes. I think he's such a comedian, right? I think I brought this up last week on the things I'm focusing on for 2022. Whoops. Because generally either the night before or the morning of, Nick's like, what are your list topics this week? And then I'm like, oh, this and that. And then sometimes I'm like, what? Help me think of this. I can't think of what should be on my list, or I've got 5 things, but I know there's more. And then we'll chat. So things I'm focusing on for 2022, being nicer to Nick. Like, Nick, such a dork. Being nicer to Nick. Okay, whatever. Although I'm sure I could be nicer, right? We could all be nicer. He is a saint. He is a saint to be with me. I tell you, to put up with me. There's a lot that goes with this. Yeah, there's a lot. He's awesome. We've been married for 20, oh my gosh, this year will be 27 years. 27. This whole pandemic thing has messed up my years. It's so hard to know what's what anymore. Anyhow, yes, looking forward to. Nick would probably say, being nicer to Nick. He'd say on all of my lists. Yes, Diane, that is bubblegum. It is. Tina, I feel you there, Lael. Not putting stuff away results in it being thrown away, and that is beyond ridiculous and annoying. Yes. I'm usually pretty good about putting things away, but except for my shoes. Sometimes I'll be like, where are my shoes? Because they could be upstairs or downstairs or by the front door or in the closet or, whatever. Hold on, let me look. Looking forward to. Let's see how much room we have here. All right, so we'll do looking and then forward to. So this can go here now. We'll center right about there. Looking. Oh yes. And I don't know, I'm probably, some things, yes, absolutely have their exact place. Like in my craft room, there are things that have their exact place. Like I always know if I'm looking for my adhesive, it's in this drawer, whatever. But other things, not so much. I tell you, doing these things every Saturday has made it that I have to be much more organized with all of my things in here, because if we're working and I'm like, oh, I need this, I really need to know exactly where it is. Otherwise, I can't be looking for it while you guys are waiting. And then I have to get over it and find something different. Come on. Well, oh, where'd it go? Okay, well, rest assured, I'm going to have that in the back of my head later. That little dot to the eye that just popped off. Looking forward to. Oh yeah, so yes. So you guys, I know we're talking about things that we could put at albums in the group. All the searching ideas. Yes, for sure. You know what? I just need to, I'll put it out there. Hi, Amy, my friend Amy. Oh, and Colleen, I caught it. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, angel time. Thank you. Oh, I barely caught it. Thank you. 22 wonderful years with Nick. Yes, 27 wonderful years with Nick. Yes, absolutely. 27 wonderful years with Nick. We're just as in love today as the day we were when we got married. But differently, right? It's different. It's different, right? Let's be honest. I mean, I love him dearly, 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 but it's different love when you've been married 27 years than when it is when you're first dating and married. All good love. Okay, looking forward to. What was something I was thinking. I was just thinking, oh yes, I know, the albums. Oh, I just had an idea. Amy, I have an idea for you. I'm going to write it down so I do not forget. I am going to write it down. Okay, hold on. I'm writing in my workbook. So hold on, friends. Just have to write this off to the side because it's a little bit. Hold on. And okay, got it. Thank you. All right, just couldn't lose that train of thought. And if I don't write it down, it would get lost. Okay, looking forward to FOR. Oh yeah, that's a fun. See, it's a lot tamer, that color. Doesn't it just look a little bit more subdued here than it does here when they're all together? I mean, it's still pretty bright. It is still pretty bright, but it's a fun one. Oh, Susie. Susie's husband passed away, but it's been a number of years, right? I mean, Susie, I don't remember, but I know it's been a while. I'm so sorry. Looking forward to. Not enough lowercase r's in this font. Yeah. Looking forward. You know what? You are right. Thank you, whoever just pointed that out. Gail's like, hello. Yes, usually I try to make sure that I have what I need. Luckily, forward to, I do have, I don't think in here, I know not in here, but I do have, I have a whole inventory of product at my disposal downstairs. I just need to make sure to take it out of inventory so I can add the R later. So what'll end up happening is this. Here's a tip. When you need to do something like that, I know I need to get another R. I don't have another R right now, but I need to know where to put the D. Well, all I need to do is pull up the R from there. I mean, I still need the R. I can put it there now for spacing and then put the D, and then I'll come back and put the R there. Forward. Now, if I wanted, I could also mix case and have some uppercase R's and lowercase R's. Well, I wouldn't just do the R's. I would do the entire word. I mean, the entire title would be mixed case, but I didn't do that at the onset. So one little tip that I failed to talk about, but you'll see an example of it on these stickers. A lot of times when I'm working with alphabet stickers, before I commit and start working on a title, I will come in, and if I know that I'm spelling out, let's say I'm spelling out the word day because it's easy, D-A-Y. How about, I don't know, whatever it is. But I will come in and I will put a little pencil mark next to that letter that I need so that if I have a longer word, I can make sure that I have all the letters I need before I commit. And I didn't do that here, but I could have done that. I did not. Looking forward to. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. But like I said, I'll just go get another one of these. Looking forward, and then I need to put my little to. And I know I ended my little sentence title with a preposition, and technically you're not supposed to do that, but in listing, all of those rules go right out the window. I say. I'm the boss of me, I say so. Okay. Nancy, are you talking about, I missed part of your conversation. Okay, forward. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. And it's a little odd, but actually it worked. I don't like a lot of spacing or kerning. I know kerning is between letters. I don't know if it's between lines. I don't like a lot of spacing. Well, you can tell. I don't like a lot of spacing between my letters. So I make the kerning, I put them in pretty tight. But I also don't like a lot of white space between two lines of a title. So in this case, my D is going to come up into the top, and I'm okay. Otherwise, I would have to do this, but then look at how weird. Then I have this whole trapped blank white space there, which is okay, but I don't like that. So this I tuck in up a little bit here, and then it gets all nice and tight, and then I actually did almost the perfect spacing of what I needed there. There's still a little bit of white space in between, but not much. Livable. Livable. All right, there we go. Oh, I lost a no. Looking forward. 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 Looking forward to. I will go back and add the R. Now, if I wanted, I could, well, why not? Let's just keep going. Oh, this winter, since I'm going to get more R's, I might as well just get more R's. So I'll say this winter. And then I'm not ending with a preposition. How about that? Looking forward to this winter. Ooh, well, we'll hope they fit, right? We'll hope that they fit. I'll try to go fast. I'll try to go fast. Debbie, start putting Post-it notes on your stuff. And I know I missed part of the conversation. Don't throw away. And then the Post-it note falls off. Okay. That to which I'm looking forward. Yeah, I love it. Pam, ascender and descender issues. Yes. That is an ascender when it goes above. The lower part of the G in that example is a descender. Looking forward to this winter. That of which, I know, right? We could get all Shakespeare, where it seems like the words in the sentence are all mixed up, right? All right, this winter. This winter. We'll get there. This winter. All right, so what are you looking forward to this winter? Anything? Anything. There are some things on my list. Winter is not my favorite, friends. It really is not. I live in Utah and it snows. Although we've had weird, well, lately, I don't know, global warming, whatever it is. Weird weather. Not much snow. Because I grew up in a town called I grew up in a town called Park City, which is north of Salt Lake. It is a town with a ski town. Back when I was a kid, we had snow days right and left. We used to get a lot of snow, and not so much anymore. But still in the mountains they do, but we haven't had much snow. In the valley, the Salt Lake Valley. But, gosh, I don't even know where I was going. Yeah, oh, I know. Winter's not my favorite. It's cold. It's cold. Oh, yes, we need another R. Things I'm looking forward to this winter. All right, that will work because my R will be right there. Let's just tack that over a little bit. All right, this is a big title, right? It's a big title. That's good because it's a short list. It is oh no, are we frozen again? I don't think so. Oh, I know. I know. Debbie, I think Debbie may be a little bit behind in the video when I froze. Maybe. We'll see. Congrats, Debbie. Why are we congratulating Debbie? Oh, retirement. Yes, that's right. That is right, Debbie. I remember you telling us that. Yes, that is so exciting. That is like a big looking forward. That is a big one. That's a big one. You'll have to come on here and be like, yes, I'm retired now. And we'll be like, yes, good for you. What are you doing? You'll be like, nothing. For the next little while, nothing. I'm going to do whatever I want. All right, there we go. Looking forward to this winter. Let me add a little I and then we'll start listing. Oh, no, that's not it. That's the one I thought it was, but it's the center of another letter. Okay, here we go. Get a little I. A dot on the I, and then I will end up with a little dot over here too, but we'll wait until we get that R. All right, looking forward to this winter. Now I know for sure I need to do a little separator because there's just a lot going on up here. And when I say separator, I mean I just need to write just a little black line. Like that. All right, things I'm looking forward to this winter. Like I said, my list is not very long. I am looking forward to, I need to decide what kind of bullets I want here. Oh, I know. All right, I've got it. Where are they? Another container of the things. My hearts. I use lots of hearts and things, so I have lots of hearts here. Now, these are Doodlebug. These I have on my website. I think that they're called Heart Fetty or Rainbow Fetty or something like that. The reason I wanted to pull out the Doodlebug is because, remember we were talking about Doodlebug colors? And I said they use consistent color palette. Well, this is bubblegum. Well, those little dark pink ones, also bubblegum. So I know that those will coordinate. They will not coordinate, they will match. They go together. You know what that makes me think of? From Grease. We go together like shamalama. That song. I don't sing though, so I should not do that. I mean, I sing, but I'm not a singer. All right, here we go. Looking forward to this winter. So one is, this will be something you guys are not looking forward to. There will actually be a couple things on my list you are not looking forward to. This first one, you will not be looking forward to because I will not be around next Saturday. So we will not be listing next Saturday. Next Saturday will be February, the first weekend in February. So we will not be together next Saturday because we are going to about, I don't know, half an hour, 45 minutes away with two couples that are friends of ours. That is up in Park City. So that will be fun. That is something I'm looking forward to this winter. The guys will ski. I don't know what we'll do. We'll do something. I mean, we ski. We all ski too. The ladies ski, but no, just have no interest right now. So no skiing. So we will not be together next Saturday. I'm sorry. Of course, the next one on my list, the Winter Olympics, right? Whoa, that was weird. Olympics. There we go. Looking forward to the Winter Olympics very much so. Oh, it is next Saturday. Oh, it is. Duh. Thank you, Anne. Hello. Let's just add 7 days to 22, which would give you 29. I'm sorry. We will be together the first weekend in February. We will not be together on Saturday, January 29th. Sorry about that. It will go out in my email at some point. I'll let you know. But all of you don't know. We will not be together. We'll be together in spirit, right? I'll probably have my traveler's notebooks up there with me doing something. I don't know what I'll be doing, but something. Okay, Winter Olympics. Love the Winter Olympics. Love. Let's see. Cocktails by the fireplace. Yes, cocktails by the fireplace. Maybe doing some nail painting and maybe some reading. Reading? Yes, Joanne. Yes, sorry. January 29th. Saturday, January 29th, we will not be together. I don't know what I was thinking there. I'm also looking forward to teaching in person in February. So there will be 2 times in February, you guys, that we will not be together because I will be teaching in person. But stay tuned. They're separated out a little bit, so just know. But then when we're together, then we'll be so happy. Okay, teaching in person in February. Also looking forward to the final season of Ozark and This Is Us. Now, I'm not looking forward to those no longer being on, but yes, looking forward to those. And yes, we're in the middle of them right now. The very last one, this was Nick. I'm like, the first thing I'm like, so I have a couple things I'm really struggling. What am I looking forward to this winter? Because I really am not a fan of winter. I just like to get winter over. And so the very first thing he said, this spring, I'm like, yes, I'm looking forward to the spring. I'm looking forward to the spring. Yes. Things I'm looking forward to this winter. My list isn't so long, right? It's not so long, but that's okay. Oh, Jackie. Hi, Jackie. Has family coming for your mom's 94th birthday. Wow, that is quite an accomplishment. Debbie, your daughter leaves Costa Rica. 3 months. What is she doing? Debbie is also looking a la Price is Right. As close as I can because I want to make sure that that edge doesn't pop up because it's in that little crease where there's a ton going on, right? Behind it. There we go. There we go. All right. And turn it upside down so my right hand can really hang on to that. Okay, and then really press that down so it's not gonna lift. All right, looking forward to this winter. It looks so funny. Oh, I think I forgot to do a dot one eye, or my little dots are popping off. We have popping dots. All right, let's put this here. Oh, I know one thing I meant to mention at the beginning. I know there are some of you waiting for prizes. That's on my list this afternoon. I think it's just a handful. I think I have all of them out except for maybe just a handful. So, and I loved what someone did this week. It was the second time that she had emailed. So I think she emailed about, oh gosh, now I think about it, probably 2 weeks ago. And she emailed again and she said, hey, I hate to bug you, but you said, if we don't hear back from you, don't be afraid to email again. So I love that she said that because that's what I tell you guys. It just somehow goes into a black hole and I have the best of intentions and then I forget to respond back. So I love that she said that. And then she said, will you mail my prize? And I'm like, oh, yes, thank you. Although I don't think I responded to her yet. So I need to do that. But anyhow, just, oh, let's put that there. That's cute. I've now moved to the puffy stickers. The Feel and Frosty puffy stickers. Oh, look, this little guy, this little bird needs to come in and like sit like right on one of these letters. How about right there? It's sit on the L, right? Right there, cute. All right, now we have a few more snowflakes. Oh, so here's another thing I could have done. Because I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I could have used some of the puffy stickers. Like I could have used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could have used 5 little snowflake puffy stickers as my little bullets instead of hearts. But I like that it just gives kind of a little bit more color into that. All right, so let's look. What else do we think that we would like to add? Maybe, what if we pull this guy? Oh yeah, we'll do that. Look at, we'll make his little center, the snow person, the center of the snow person's button, a little heart. And then I feel like we might need just a few more little snowflakes over here because we're kind of, our little scenery here is a little bit bland. It needs a few more snowflakes. So let's go. And then maybe a bigger snowflake. Sure. And then I think we need maybe one over here. So let's see, maybe this bigger one. We'll do that, just right about there. Okay. Ooh, Debbie is going on a cruise. That will be fun. Lots to download. Okay, let's see, friends. I am I was just looking at the text for a minute. I mean the text. Oh my gosh, not the text. I was just looking at the oh my gosh, the chat. All right. I am going to turn off the lights. Look at that. It's like a record. It's not even 3 hours, you guys. 12:54. Last Saturday, I was having so much fun. We were like over 4.5 hours. Isn't that crazy? And I know some people probably come and they look and they're like, what in the heck? I don't have 3 hours, 4.5 hours, 2 hours, even more than 30 minutes. And I'm like, you know what? If whatever you have time and you want to watch, then that's awesome. If you have no time or no patience for this, then you're gone. So that works too. But it is all just fun. It's all just, for me, it's all just crafting, and I'm hanging with my besties, and we're just hanging out and enjoying some crafty time together. So that's what we're doing. All right, friends, I am now going to unplug the camera, and I am going to rotate the camera again. To heck with those people. Exactly, to heck with those people. Well, yeah, because they're not here. But I know, I realize. One lady, and I appreciate the comment. I totally appreciate the comment, because you know what? You should ask. She said, hey, is there any way that you can change your format? Because I don't have like 3 hours. Could you just, and I really don't have time for all the chit chat. So could you just do your work and then speed it up and do a voiceover? And I'm like, no, you can ask, but no, because then I don't get what I like out of it, right? And I'm being selfish. This is all for me. Well, it's for you guys too. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's all for me. I'm here. I list, and some of you like to hang out with me, and I love that. But never be afraid to ask, right? I'm always nice. I appreciate any input that you have. Okay. So there were our 3 lists. That was fun today, friends. We are, in fact, we'll be together here again. Oh no. I'm now mixing things up. We will not be together here on Saturday, January 29th. We will be together here the first week in February, but not January 29th. Sorry for that mix up. So let's do a quick recap of the 3 giveaways, okay? 3 giveaways. The way that you participate in the giveaways each week is you leave a comment on the video after it's done, not in the chat, on the comment after the video, on the video after it's done. You have until basically end of day next Friday. Well, actually, it won't even be next Friday because we won't be together. Basically, you've got 2 weeks. When we are together again, that first Saturday in February, I will, that Saturday morning, draw the 3 winners. So the prizes again are, because yesterday was National Squirrel Appreciation Day, we have the little Scatter, the squirrel, who's our little mascot, a little goodie bag with all Scatter things. So the little canvas bag with the Scattered Thoughts stamp set, with the Scatter washi, with the Scatter pin, and the Scatter vinyl sticker. So that's one of the prizes. And the next prize is from my friend Andy K Art, that does our stamps. She does all the listed stamps, the clip stamps, and then she also helps design my stamps. So with that, you have a little Andy bag. Guess which one came first? Who was the smart one? Who was the super creative one? Andy. When she did these, I'm like, oh my gosh, I love it. I need a bag. And then, so you have a listed stamps. This is the second prize for next week. Whoa, look at this. I don't have one of these yet, but look at, it's a patch. Isn't that fun? A little patch. And then a little sticker. And then Pip the Clip. That is an enamel pin. So Pip the Clip right now, that's a little promotion that Andy and I are doing. She sent me a nice amount of those guys, and those are free with the purchase of any of the Andy stamps. All right, that is our second prize. My third prize is, oh yes, the Listing with Lael workbook. That guy. So that is the 90-page workbook that has loads and loads of things for you to help be organized with your listing. And there's lots more information about that. I've linked to that in the description of the video. And those start shipping on Monday. Okay, friends, let me look at the chat really quick. I'm sure I've missed lots of things. Catherine, look it. Catherine Galloway said, just found you and really enjoyed watching. Thank you, Catherine, and welcome. We love having new folks join us, so I'm glad you found us. All right, friends. Yes, I decided to do 3 prizes. Well, you guys know I like to give away prizes. But National Squirrel Appreciation Day, and so we can't celebrate for that with 3 prizes. I mean, really, what can we celebrate with, right? All right, everyone, please stay healthy. Well, gosh, I won't see you for 2 weeks. So stay healthy, stay safe. Enjoy watching Ozark if you're watching that. Enjoy watching This Is Us if you're watching that. Olympics, by the time that we get together again. One of our first lists that we will do when we're together again that first week in February is favorite Winter Olympic events. Yes. So I will see you guys in 2 weeks. I had to think about that. See you guys in 2 weeks. Enjoy, stay safe, and thanks for coming.